devil in a red dress. Call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang, bang, got my hand on the trigger. The devil in a red dress. Call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang, bang, got my hand. Call
Okay, I don't know what it is, but that devil in a red dress just rocks. It just rocks, dude. I don't know. It uplifts my spirit. It gets me ready for the show. It's just, man, it's just I don't know, special. Let me know what you think about the devil in a red dress. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us this evening. I'm Dark with DLD After Dark, and it's going to be a good one tonight. Look, I personally made that thumbnail for y'all tonight. I am rocking the shirt that Walt sent me. Check this out. Yo, by the way, Demo Man done. Do me a favor. This is gonna be crazy. I was looking for your email yesterday and today. I cannot find the emails that you sent me. And the saddest thing is that you sent me like multiple, like just making sure I stay on the top of your to-do list. And here I am like 2 months later looking for your stuff to send out. So do me a favor and shoot it over to me again tonight, and I'll get it out tomorrow. And there were a couple others that I reached out to because USPS saying the address wasn't correct or something like that. But anyway, finally getting everything out, y'all. My apologies for the delay. I know it's been crazy. Look, and then to make things even crazier, then I clipped my wing. Look at that. I thought hard metals were bad for you, but apparently if you wear a sleeve infused with copper, it's good for your tendons. I don't know. It's crazy, but yeah, that definitely slowed me down. And then I got people blowing me up all day, like, where are my packages? And I'm like, yo, I'm trying to move as quickly as I can. I'm like, moving like my arm like this as I make packages. And I shared this with you guys that one of the issues with we had some issues with definition knives where I don't know if it was the system or the printer, or honestly, it could have also been um, the quality of the like Rolo labels for me printing labels. But I had a printer issue, and there were two other orders that got totally lost, never got shipped out. And thank goodness I looked through, so I found them and I shipped them out. And you know what? I shipped out a couple extra things for them because I just felt terrible that they've been sitting there not getting shipped out for several weeks. I was like, bro, this is crazy. So my apologies, but also, man, my email still is not synced with my store. I got to figure out what in the world I need to do to get that right, because people that purchase from DLD hardware, which every day many people are purchasing from DLD hardware, they're not getting confirmations, they're not getting emails, they're not getting the tracking info, and because of that, my phone blows up. And admittedly, I miss phone calls and messages and all that daily because of it. So anyway, if people do come in here like, here you are, like there you are, DLD, like where's my package? Yo, just for anyone out there, I'm gonna get you your stuff. All right. Like I literally have a live forum that anyone could barge into in any moment and be like, you robbed me, right? Like I'm not just gonna like, do you wrong like that and not give you your stuff. So anyway, I just thought, I should at least address that. Anyway, moving along, I'm Dark with DLD After Dark, and we do a live show here every Tuesday, Thursday, and every other Saturday, 10 p.m. ish Eastern. Honestly, we've been starting much closer to 10:30 lately, just because things have been kind of crazy. But yeah, we're gonna jump into it. We have a kind of cool topic we're going to discuss tonight about SHTF. And I want to go over some wargaming, some theoretical Thursday, kind of just like some theoretical stuff in wargaming, going through some ideas. And got a guest coming on a little bit here after the intro. Um, Look, we also got some stuff going on with definition knives. It's exciting. No, not just the stuff that Rich said before he was supposed to say anything. Some other stuff. So we'll give you guys an update tonight. And I'm looking at a bunch of cool definition knife stuff sitting on my desk right now. So just wait, just wait. But yeah, we got some cool stuff going on. Aside from that, let's go ahead and jump into it. So if this is your first time watching DLD After Dark, then welcome. I don't believe you because look, this platform doesn't like to share this stuff with new people, and this is why we only get about 10%. Roughly 10%.
Oh crap! I clicked on the wrong button. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
hold on, stop. Don't click on the wrong button again, and don't end my stream.
No, well,
Do
I'm just gonna end this. I'm just gonna end this. I did not mean to do that. I'm sorry for
okay.
popping into your
All right,
screen.
hang on. I can help you. Would you like me to remove you?
Yeah. Sorry about
Okay,
that.
that's okay. Just don't end the stream. Okay. There we go. All right. So man, nothing like sharing a StreamYard with the homies. Yeah, so what was I saying? I don't even remember. Anyway, so if this is your first time, welcome. Look, honestly, YouTube doesn't share my content with new people. However, if somebody out there is new and they happen to come across this, just by if they happen to search, something After Dark, Ruger RXM, and Cash Patel, an ATF director, and then boom, this just pops up like, hey, awesome, welcome. I welcome you, and I would like to let you know that because about 86% and of course, somebody backstage is holding up something that they shouldn't, Ruger RXM, the king of holding up things that he shouldn't. I'm just kidding. Well, I'm not kidding. No. But yeah, welcome. If you are here for the first time, welcome. I appreciate you. And yeah, I think would like to think that after you hang out for a bit, speak with these super dope people over here in chat. If you're on mobile, then it would be the super dope people down there below you. And Crump has a quantum computer. Crump is a quantum computer, bro. Come on. Hey, Chuck Norris, bro. Good to see you guys. I'll greet all you guys in a second. But because about 86% of our support is through our channel members, then, bro, we're going to give them the love first. So we usually take the next 10 minutes or so to greet all of our channel members. And that's what we're going to go ahead and do. Greet all of our channel members and then get into the topic. And we'll be here for a little bit. We'll be here for 2 to 3 hours. You're going to meet a bunch of awesome folks down below. I would like to think that you would receive enough value that you would choose to, subscribe, hang out a bit, come in every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday that we do a live show. Oh, look at this. LOL, your channel popped up on my list because of all my pepper ball launchers and PCPs. Post or the pneumatic charge, but the pellet guns. Okay, I was like, PCP, what you looking up, dog? I have to lean on being a felon, dude. Hey, that's what's up, man. And also you got black powder, you got whatever you can use to make sure that you can preserve life, being yours or another loved one's, bro. Do your thing. And by the way, my belief is that there is no way for you to lose your natural rights given to you by God. I don't think man can take that away. So you do your thing. Do your thing at your own risk, of course. Don't break any rules, laws, regulations, restrictions, sanctions, ordinances, or anything like that. But let's be real. If God is the one giving, or if God is, what's giving us our natural rights, and those natural rights are supposed to be protected by the Constitution, in the Constitution of the U.S. and the Constitution of your state, then how in the world ever could man take that from you? You could technically lose access to those tools while you're incarcerated, and then after you're during your incarceration, you're separated from your property, whether it be your house, your dog, your wife, your guns, or whatever. But the moment that you're released back into the world, guess what? The only thing that kept you from those tools was the fact that you were incarcerated. So you should be brought right back onto the streets and given access right back to your firearms. There is no man that can take your natural rights away from you. Can I get an amen?
Yes, amen.
Okay, thank you. So we're going to go ahead and bring Rich on now. However, we're still going to do a that rattle can upper has Riz. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Hey, Risque Chris.
Whoa, wait. He has a YouTube account? What the hell?
You know what? Sometimes
I legit was
people
just looking at the SHOT Show pics from last year where I was chilling with Risky. We had like a burger at like, I don't know, Steak and Shake or something.
People don't know this, but Risky's my twin brother. So,
like
the
movie Twins. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
Ooh.
like I'm Arnold, but yeah. No, Risky Krisky, love you, miss you, bro. Hit me up, dude. We need to talk. I kept saying we needed to talk, and we just never got a chance to get connected. But
twinning, I hit him up on IG the other day.
Miss you, love you. We'll chat soon. And everyone, if you don't know, you might be able to click on this channel and go follow, like, subscribe, whatever. Do your thing, because, ladies and gentlemen, he's back. All right, let's. Hey, Dark simping hard for Giselle. Dude, if you don't know about the Giselle Super Dookie, then
look, if you went to SHOT Show last year, you would have been hanging out with Crump, me, and Risky.
I'm not familiar. What's
yeah.
SHOT Show? SHOT Show? SHOT Show Redemption. That's a movie, right? Yeah. Let's go ahead and do this because I didn't do the intro. Channel members, if you're here, sound off in chat right now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, boom, and I'll greet you guys. But first, you know how we got to do it. Dang old Matt, brother, welcome. Appreciate you. First in chat, so I'll give you one of these. I'm just kidding. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. Dang old Matt, first in chat. We got channel members signing on. Let's see, I got a bunch in the beginning. I'm fighting the urge to start welcoming all the channel members in the beginning here. But we'll go ahead and do this. Let's see. Hey, channel member. We got Gort in the building. Brother Gort, great to see you. Mike, you said sound off. He said off. So Mike, you great to see you. Also a channel member. Eric Stockbridge, brother, sound off. You guys are good. Eric Stockbridge, another channel member. Appreciate you, brother. Drewski, lifetime channel member. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. Hey, thank you, Demo Man. DLD email sent. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. Barton Fink, great to see you. Also a channel member. Zanti Misfit, aka Zanti Bumble with an R. Great to see you, brother. Appreciate you. Stifler Manufacturing, man. Great to see you. Could have gotten a Stiffle with a stiffy with Stifler at SHOT Show DLD After Dark. You know what? I got to make up for it, but let's just say I'm evaluating my events for the next 18 months or so, and I'm putting some careful thought into it. I would say that we have a very exciting announcement, but it's already been announced. So thanks. No, Ruby on the Ridge. Yo, is this who I think it is? Is this who I think it is? If it's not, I don't want to say it's an individual that happens to pop up out of nowhere and just drop super chats like crazy from time to time. I'm just saying I don't know if that's the same picture or not. I don't know. But great to see you, Ruby on the Ridge. Love the username. Blue Curtain Burner, brother. Great to see you as well. Also a channel member. You guys all know Gort. We said what's up to Gort, brother. Great to see you. Obviously Eric Stifler Manufacturing, all channel members. Zanti Misfit, channel member. Lightning McQueen, brother, also a channel member. Appreciate you. John Crump Live, great to see you, brother. Appreciate not only is he a channel member, but he also sent a super duper chat that said, sorry. You're welcome to come on, you know. You're certainly welcome to come on. I don't know if you were like trying to go backstage or something, or like talk to Rich first or something or what, but there's never a need for an apology. So you're good. You're good, brother. Let's see who else we got. Zanti, Mark Lagon, brother. Great to see you. And thank you, Crumpy, for the super duper chat. Appreciate you. Let's see, Mark Lagon, great to see you. Also a channel member, Lightning McQueen. Hey, and we got the one, the only
Florida man.
Zay Goombeam. If you need to turn night to day,
Wait, I actually
then
have a goon beam right here. I don't have.
yourself
I
a
have my
goon beam.
rifle goon beam right here, and whoa,
dude, this is the massive one that like you could use this as like a helicopter searchlight, but look at that. That's crazy. I could literally completely like cover up one of the gats. But honestly, you know, after putting some time into it, man, I got to be honest. I love his pistol lights. I love his rifle lights. But you know what I think I'm falling in love with like the most? I think the assault light is my number one favorite piece of equipment that he sells. And of course, if you go to the description in the video and you use code DARK, you most certainly
code
save
rich,
money.
flying rich. Code
Yeah,
flying rich.
I don't
No,
think it's
there's no
Flying
code.
Rich.
Flying rich.
There's another code. It's I don't think it's Flying Rich though. I think it's Code Rich.
So
oh no,
are collabing.
Fly Rich. That's what it is.
Fly rich.
Yeah, Fly
You're
Rich.
messing with me.
No, I'm just kidding. But Goombeam, please make a
Fly
code
Rich.
Fly Rich. You need to. And if you don't know what that is, please search on YouTube Fly Rich. You must.
Still, the guy won't answer my emails.
I mean, would you? You know, if you got emails from him saying, "Hey, I'd like to do a collab," you'd be like, "Probably not." Probably not. But check out Goombeam. He's one of the fam, and he's just a great dude all
Florida
around.
man.
And a Florida man, indeed. Gort, Lightning McQueen, Drewski. Let's see who else we got. Drewski, Wadidowski, Johnny Ba. Great to see you, brother. Also a channel member.
Wait, I can't wait to meet, you know, Goonbeam, because we send some spicy memes back and forth.
You haven't met him before?
I have not met him.
No, he was supposed to come on the show tonight, but he just got tied up with the kids.
Yeah, that's what he always says.
Goonbeam, next time. OCF 10 fast. I believe this is one car fast. because
Yes.
it's OCF, right? See what I'm saying? Fish, brother, great to see you. Hey, Craig, how you get fired on your day off, Craig? Great to see you, brother. Appreciate you, man. We were gonna do this stream on the Green Place, but you know what? I said I need to come in, with the OGs and just do a stream for the OGs. It's the code is soaring dick. Dude, this is so bad. This is so bad. This is great when Rich isn't paying attention and we can say whatever we want.
I've read it
Shadow
already.
Beam, Fish, Craig. Let's see who else we got. Mike, you. I think I missed some people from the beginning. Hey, Craig, welcome back to the Glowy Platoon, the Kim Light Battalion, the Glowy Platoon. The what is all the stuff that we call it? Either way, brother, I appreciate you so much, Craig. Thank you so much, and I hope you're doing well, my guy. To everyone else, Barton Fink. To everyone else, when is Goon releasing the new DLD fleshlight? So that I'll be honest, that's been kind of held up a little bit because he's been slammed. He's got a whole bunch of stuff going on. I've been slammed.
Well,
Rich has
I've been
slammed.
designing the 2-part mold for the casting.
You can't say that. Not on YouTube. That's like saying that the did 9/11. I'm sorry. Did that mute a
Really?
little bit? Armsman, brother, great to see you. Your stuff is going out. I don't know if I'll shoot you the
Tracking.
tracking. Yeah. Sandwich Chef, brother, great to see you as well, man. Appreciate you, my guy.
They
I
must
had
be
my
hot sandwiches.
finger stuff. It's flaming hot Cheetos. Appreciate you, man. Not really.
Burn
Going to
going
jail for a
down,
few
burn
months on the
going out.
14th, so I won't be around for. Damn, that sucks, dude. Honestly, as much as it pains me to hear that, I'm glad you only got a few months.
That's bullshit, man.
Of course it's look. There are certain places
Can we
in
talk
the
about
U.S.
what's going on, or we can't talk about what's going on?
I'll leave that up to you, Craig. If you want us to bring up what happened, or not, the reality is that what happened is wrong, illegal, against every single aspect of everything that we believe in. The problem is that it's a criminal case versus civil case. So all these gun, groups that no one is going to jump in to help because, at the absolute best case scenario, they're like, oh, it's criminal. So at the best case, it would only help this one individual and it wouldn't help the masses. So they're not going to put the time or energy.
So he said we could
into it.
talk about it. The problem with what's going on with Craig is it's state charges, not federal, because the Fed is backing off this stuff. So, Crump, you joining us for real?
No, I just wanted to explain what happened.
You don't have to explain. It's just going to make you look weird. At least you had your clothes on this time.
Sitting in my wife was laughing at me, but I was sitting in the sitting room and I noticed I have like 5,000 tabs opened on my phone browser. So I just started going through closing them.
Hold on, I'm just checking if I got 5,000
And you desperately wanted to come on.
I only have 47 tabs open on my phone browser.
Yeah, well,
there's a close all option also.
I could never touch that. I would like freak out with OCD if I hit the close all tabs. Mine maxes out at 500, and I went through and I closed like all but 30 of them. Mr. DeChico, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Dang, Craig just gifted 5 DLD After Dark channel memberships. Holy moly. Check this
Closing
out.
all tabs. Closing all tabs.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
I guess one of the tabs must have been on your StreamYard. So I entered into the StreamYard, and then I was like, I didn't realize. That's why I didn't say anything for a minute. Then I looked on the screen, and I saw you like looking at me, not saying anything.
And then you saw you.
Yeah. Then I was like, wait a minute.
Okay, Goon Waffle, got a channel membership. JPOS got a membership. Live Life got a membership. MC Moran got a membership. And DT was gifted a membership by Craig. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate that. Where do I know this? Why is everyone changing their name? What's going on, bro? I'm getting so confused.
Well,
That's okay, Crump.
I just want to say one funny thing. The other day when I was on the stream with you, and you're like, "Oh, we got a big announcement from that we haven't announced yet," and I was like, Rich announced it
On your show live.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's funny because in my head I was thinking like, no, he can't be talking about the same thing, because if we were going to announce that, we just talked about it today, didn't sign any paperwork, didn't put any money down, didn't do anything. So I mean, it's aside from a conversation, it's not even like real yet. But like, I'm sure we would like talk about it, come on the show together, and like announce it. Like, hey, great, news. Definition Knives is going to be getting a booth at the GOA Goals event in Tennessee this coming August.
And I'm sending you a can of Fix a Flat, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna eBay you a spare tire.
I might actually have a spare tire by then. Maybe. I mean, there's no guarantee.
Weight-wise or mechanically?
Actually, my spare tire is kind of slimming up a little bit. I'm gonna be real. It's fixed blades coming soon, but I'll be real.
You want to sell some flashlights? We'll bring some.
What? I got 5 on it. Well, I mean, so Black Diamond Guns and Gear Josh is going to be there.
Oh yeah. So he
does sell goon beams. Yeah, so I'll make sure we bring goon beams. Honestly, goon beam, what I would do is I would send a few, if he doesn't already have them, I would send a few assault lights, because I have given all of my assault lights away except one that I currently have, that I'm actually setting up a rig to carry on my gun belt. That's how much I love and believe in that product.
Goonbeam says beams all over the event. Now the question is Goonbeam going to be there?
Even if he was, he wouldn't tell us.
I still owe him a book.
Yeah, you got the other emails I sent you, right?
Yeah, you've sent me a few. Yeah, they're all going out tomorrow. I'm just waiting for the packages for the shirt.
Goon Wafe says, I changed it because that's what I go by for everything aside Pariah Syndicate. Bear Jew is the homestead. That's what's up, man. Goonbeam Light said the truth, bro. Absolutely. Absolutely. Agorizer, brother, great to see you. $5 says Dark won't make it. That's been the only event that I've gone to.
Well, you didn't go to range day.
I did not go to range day, but it was also.
Are we going to be able to go to range day?
I don't know if I'm going to be able to. I might be able to. I mean, I had planned to not go to range day, so it wasn't like I can't make it.
I'm going for recurrent flight training in Israel for 2 weeks.
Are you going to be flying F-35s over Hamas?
There's no F-35s in Israel.
Well,
ones that flew over the Hamas leaders' funerals.
No, they're not F-35s. They're called the Adir. And if you
I was going to say some people
you would know that.
Some people in 2007 would disagree with you, Rich, that there weren't F-35s in Israel when they bombed the Syrian nuclear reactor.
Oh, that was F-16s and F-15s.
Was it? I thought it was F-30.
Yeah,
oh, no. Yeah, that's right. That's right. All right, so let's back up a little bit.
But can we tell that story? Because that's one of my favorite Middle East stories.
Dude, we could definitely tell it not right now, because I know it's a cool story, but
I'm gonna be right back. I gotta cut the cheese.
But are you actually like cutting cheese?
Yeah, I'm hungry.
All right, well, I thought we were going to talk about Craig.
Oh, we are? Okay.
Yeah, I was like 7 minutes ago. So did you want to talk about it, or what do you want to do?
Why don't you go? You talk about it. I'm gonna just reread the Epstein.
Yeah, you guys want some? You want guys want some uncensored?
What?
What's that?
What?
I'll send it to you guys.
Hello?
Yeah, you there?
Are you there? Did I lose you?
Yeah, like you want unredacted?
Unredacted what? Epstein list?
Well,
unredacted of what was released today, because that was a nothing burger.
Appreciate you, man. MC Moore, and thank you, brother. Isn't that Mentos? Seymour or no? It's so hard for me to remember. It's so hard for me to keep track of names. But great to see you either way. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you. I love that we got a gang of lurkers up in here. So here's the deal. So all of us believe that every single human being has the right that is given to them by purely just becoming alive. They have the right of self-preservation, and we don't believe. And let me know if any of you guys disagree.
Sorry.
We don't believe 22 master caliber. We don't believe that any state, any governing body, or anyone for that matter, has the choice to force you to become disarmed or unarmed. Well, there are certain states throughout the U.S. That do. Hey, Sabar, brother, great to see you. Pat Wright, good to see you.
Oh,
Allegedly.
I was using the allegedly all day.
Allegedly.
Dude, that was crazy. I said that at the exact same time. The director's cut. So yeah, basically there are states out there that a lot of you guys know that go out of their way to infringe even more so than all of the illegal, wrong, and immoral federal restrictions on firearms. But there are some states that go out of their way to infringe even more on your rights, and a lot of people don't agree with that, and they choose to prioritize their protection and their self-preservation over all the other BS, potentially getting caught in trouble, arrested, or whatever. Well, Craig was doing his thing, and he was carrying a privately manufactured firearm. It was a Glock. It happened to have a frame that was additively manufactured. 40 millimeters, the new 9 millimeter. Oh, the range, that sucks, brother. Yeah, so basically he was carrying a frame, a Glock with a 3D printed frame, and he had parked his car on like the side of the road, stepped out to spark up a cigarette and just kind of chill. And well, guess who happened to roll by at the wrong time? The police. And when the police rolled by, they swooped back around, and they just started messing with him, and ended up somehow searching his person and vehicle. And they found not only a privately manufactured firearm, which is an absolute no-go in Rhode Island, but then they also found several standard capacity magazines, which for us would be no problem at all. I've literally gotten compliments from police officers that I've run into when I was much younger in my years, and I allowed a police officer to take my gun off me, and so I would never ever do that again. Sorry, it's another conversation. Anyway, so he ended up getting arrested, and when we heard, we looked in to see what we can do to help, and unfortunately, just based on the situation, these gun advocacy groups out here can't really do anything for an individual with criminal charges. It's just not the same. Let's see. Actually, it was a P80, but same difference. Oh, okay. So I thought it was
Craig right here.
Yeah, Craig. I'm still carrying. They ain't stopping me. Dang. Yo, that is what we call thugging it out. When I used to roll to Maryland before I got my permit, you just bump into people. Where were we at? Oh no, that was a different state. I won't talk about that. Excuse me. That's what we call thugging it out. When you don't got a permit, but it's a little dicey. It's just like, you know what? I'm just gonna thug it out, and I'm just gonna rock it either way. Misty, Misdemeanor, Miss Wayne, great to see you. Hope you and Ron are well. Awesome to have you coming in and hanging out. Even if they F the laws low a bit here in 2018, oh, it makes me never want to leave Wisconsin. Yeah, it's tough, man. Even when we leave places, it doesn't make a difference, honestly, because these anti-freedom groups, they're going to continue going after each individual state, and they are so well funded, man. It is crazy. Hey, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Your package went out, by the way. Hey, Drew, you see that? You like that? Yeah, I'm gonna bring that up tonight here in a moment too, because I do have a lamb on that 11.5 Super Duty. Yes, that is a laser aiming module. And shout out to Drew. Drew sent me the newest SMS laser, the HFXC, I believe it is, from SMS. It is a green vis laser. It is 1,000 lumens white light. It is a very, very powerful IR laser, very powerful, and also an IR illuminator. So for night vision, holy moly, that thing is awesome. So being that I just got it, as soon as my arm gets better, I'm going to put some rounds through it, and it's not going to live right there on it. It's actually going to move, and I'm probably going to move around the goon beam so it doesn't block the emitters and all that. So let's see. Redneck Prepper, what's up, man? Welcome. DLD, you like that SMS, I take it? Yeah, I haven't been able to shoot with it yet. The older models prior to the new HFXC or whatever it is, which, dude, Drew was the one that sent it. Shout out to you, Drew, man. That was super cool. It's just, the fact that, that these things are out there for sub $300, like the ability to test something like that, run it, and for Drew to get the information, for you guys to get the information, and just to see if it's a good lamb for under $300, like that is invaluable. So the fact that Drew sent that, brother, Rich, you're not muted. Yeah, yep, you're not. So just sounds like you're building a bowl of ice cream.
Of course he's not. Why would he be?
Yeah, he's just eating cheese on a live stream. No biggie.
I'm starving.
Come on, PLA. What's up, brother? RDR got the black one. Nice. Sport Brand, brother. Good to see you as well, man.
Sport
Brand didn't call in the other day.
DLD, you know of any focusable IR flashlights? Yes. Your boy Goonbeam has a remarkably crazy high-powered, I think it's the 850 NM. Is it the 850
what
NM?
frequency range is he looking for?
So for reasons, Goonbeam, jump in and say it if you want. But one is just crazy powerful, and the other one just is not hitting right. So Goonbeam, you can jump in on that and let them know which one to get. But yeah, shout out to Drew for being able to contribute this and allow me once my arm gets better, be able to test it and see if it holds zero, how well it maintains. Sandwich Chef says, I need some cheese. So he's asking you for cheese. Sport Brand says, my bad, Crump, had to take my mom to get meds and test done. Took forever. I hope she's doing okay, brother. Yeah, so I'll put that SMS HFXC, I think it's called, to the test. And some of the older models weren't staying zeroed after like the 800 round mark. So if it stays zero well beyond 600, 700, 800, 1,000 rounds, if it remains, if it holds zero, bro, that's going to be the best $300 you can spend in the night vision game, period, excluding Goonbeam's components. So
Goonbeam is also stocked up on phased plasma rifles in the 40-watt range.
Okay, there you go. So he says, M. Gabriel, the non-focusable 940 is sweet. The focusable 850 is insane. Yeah, I haven't gotten my hands on the 940. I do have a bunch of his IR stuff. Dude, the 850 focusable is like, it literally throws like a flat screen TV on your target. It is just nuts. And you can focus it down to like, about like 4 inches by 4 inches or so. It's just this like, and you can see like the static in it, dude. It's crazy. Like it's nuts. So yeah, that thing is a beast. That in conjunction with the SMS laser would be a super bad setup, man. So I'm going to mess with some stuff. I do want to keep a white light on the rifle because I don't want to have only a night gun. You know what I'm saying? Like I need to if you're going to have a night gun, you need to be able to have tools for the day as well. And if you're running a rifle during the day and end up having to go in a garage, go under an overpass, go into a structure, all of a sudden it could be very dark very quickly, and I don't want to have to change, stuff on my lamp to turn on a white light that honestly I didn't really think that it was 1,000 lumens when I turned that thing on. I'm just gonna keep it real, but we'll see. But thank you again, Drewski. Appreciate you, bro. My Marlin 4570 Dark Series is all decked out. Nice, dude. Those 4570s are nasty, dude. Those are nasty. Dark, you need to change the time so it doesn't conflict with Rich's wine and cheese hour. Yes, very good point. Very good point. All right, so here we are. It is 2026, and Drag Queen Story Hour has started to spill over into the streets, and they want their estrogen back. So the end of the world has begun. What do you do?
Oh, it's not Rumble, so it can't show you.
Yeah, no, we can't show anything. I actually was planning on doing this on Rumble, but chose to do it on YouTube, just for the homies, the OG homies, But no, all jokes aside, I really would like to go through and do some wargaming and kind of going through some scenarios. I find that to be super valuable. There were some that Red Dawn and I were doing.
So Emmy just commented, "I'm a skinny guy that eats all day long." Do you know how fat I am? And my wife is relentless. She scheduled a diet consultation for me.
It's getting really bad.
Although I am skinnier than Dark and Crump.
I don't know. Yeah. I lost weight.
I lost actually a little over 20 pounds.
I saw you in the last couple weeks.
Yeah, I'm down in the 180s now.
180?
No, 180s, 188.
All right, you're definitely lighter than me then.
There you go. We settled it.
And 188 as of this morning.
Dude, Big Fish says, I fight naked. Dude, that's how you win. No one will want to touch you, especially when you're all oiled up. Look, you could tell your wife that you're not fat. You're also not 0% body fat. You'd probably die if you were. But yeah, we need to give a little bit more grace to people, Yeah, thank goodness. I don't have to worry about that stuff anymore. I have a local hill picked out to build my fortress on. Dude, the SHTF fortress, bro. It's funny because people can say what they want. If the shenanigans hit the fanigans, I'm going to be living like a king.
Hey.
I mean, in theory.
Hey, one of the cases that I'm involved in, and you guys are involved in, there's an update. I don't know if you guys want to go over that or not, but
yeah, let's hit on that.
Before you start real quick, I just want to say one thing. Beyond Rocket Science asks, anybody ever try carbon fiber bullets? So not with carbon fiber. However, me and another developer were working on some 3D printed munitions. And what we found is that no matter what filament you use, no matter what exotic filament you use, glass-filled nylon, CF6, CF12, carbon fiber nylon, PLA, PLA plus, all that stuff, none of them had enough weight to them. So what I thought of is you're right. What I thought of is so let's say you printed a whole bed full of 115 of 9mm projectiles. Pause the print a third of the way up and literally drop a 22 cal BB in there or something like that to increase the weight of each projectile. And maybe depending on the size or length of the projectile, you may be able to do that twice. I don't know if I would use carbon fiber nylon only because of it's a little more
See, the way I would solve this problem is I would develop
Spongy.
a method to 3D print a projectile that would be a mold that you could make out of plaster and then just melt lead into it.
So you could do that too, but we're like, I'm saying, if we were to assume that we didn't have access to things like copper, lead, and things like that, because you could absolutely make a some type of casting equipment from a 3D printer. That's done often. But I think, like, how cool would it be if you could just print an entire bed of 12 gauge slugs and then drop like a 9mm pellet in there halfway through the print, and then print around it to enclose it. It gives the weight of a slug, and 12 gauge, 12 gauge hulls are super easy to load. You can load them by hand. Like, I've literally, popped out a primer, thrown in a new primer, new 209 primer, throw in like some ripped up shirt as a wadding, and you can put whatever you want in there. So I think 12 gauge projectiles would be awesome, and I think 9mm projectiles would be awesome. But even in PSR's recent video of 3D printed ammunition, the thing that was keeping the ammunition from performing was the weight. So I think adding things like BBs, of course, I only want to do this lawfully. So if I've not done this, it was just an idea. If there's any like crazed ATF agent out there that's like, that's illegal, that makes it an anti-personnel, which I don't understand why anti-personnel is even a thing when you look at like 37mm stuff, because all ammunition could potentially be anti-personnel. So
They drew a line, the imaginary line. That's where it is.
I know it's just whack, but so if what I'm talking about is against any laws, I've not done it. It was just me brain thinking. Ever see a polymer case 5.56 round? I have the white polymer with the steel. The bottom of the cartridges are reinforced with steel, but yes, those brass 12 gauge hulls are dope. Those are really dope. I actually did not know that those were live ammo, and somebody at a gun shop I used to work at thought it was a good idea to put one with a bunch of snap caps. So one day I was just messing around with a pump that came in. It was like one of those, maybe it was an auto loader, but whatever it was, I just kind of threw it in, racked it in and out a few times. And obviously I didn't pull the trigger, but I racked it out, and my manager at the time came over to me and he was like, dude, stop, put the gun down. And he went and he picked up the shell. He was like, do you know what this is? I was like, I just assume it's a snap cap. It was on the wall with all of the snap caps. He said, this is a live buckshot cartridge. I was like, oh, well, good thing I followed all the firearm rules. Yeah, so you guys mess around with any 3D printed projectiles or ammunition before?
No.
I have not. I'm printing the Hitchhiker though right now.
Oh yeah,
That's a dope gun, man.
Mm-hmm. Got the kit. Thank you to a Fudbuster who actually sent me the kit for my birthday.
Ah.
Really cool. Really cool. I wonder if you could make something like that funky German 7.62x51 ammo that they were using in the G3 as practice ammo. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm going to make ice bullets because I saw that in the movie and they said it worked.
They said it worked, so it's got to, right? Weight is what I was thinking. Smaller casing. Yeah, so decreasing the size of the casing, or the inside of the casing, I would guess would work kind of like 5.56, where you'd increase the pressure, but you'd have to make sure that I don't know what would be the best print orientation, because if it's vertical, then the case could split. If it's horizontal, then the casing could get ejected with the projectile. I also think that if we were to do that, we as the 3D printing community, I think we should actually use larger primers, like maybe like 209 primers. Like, why not? We can do whatever we want. We don't have to use small pistol primers or whatever. We can use literally whatever we want. Jabil 4535 carbon fiber is pretty weighty. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. I'm not familiar. I'm not currently set up to print carbon fiber nylon. Everything that I'm running right now is all PLA plus for DLD hardware. Printing ammo. Yep, that's what we're talking about. Hope your mom is okay, Sport Brand. I second that. Absolutely. G27 porcelain bullets. Demo Ranch. Air might push carbon fiber better.
Dude, Demo Ranch is selling his guns.
Yeah, I know. Isn't it sad that everyone knows that?
I'm bummed. I'm bummed because I'm like, I'll see him at a shoot somewhere. I'll see him at SHOT Show. Maybe one day I'll go to or what is it? Not the ranch, but the what's he call it? The resort. For one of the shoots. Like,
Yeah.
I applaud him on what he's doing. I know Crumpy would do that in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I mean, dude, no one's gonna get mad at you spending more time with your family. He's had a good run, so I get it. Pat Riot says, I feel like you're trying to solve a problem that doesn't exist. Well, so a few things. Number one, if we can literally manufacture all aspects of ammunition short of a powder or a primer and powder, that would be awesome for anyone with a printer. The cost would be crazy cheap compared to the cost of traditional ammunition. But also, there are several states that make people do background checks for ammunition. And that's none of that state's business. I'm not saying that people should circumvent the rules and laws and all that. I'm just saying that if ever the government or anyone were to intervene with ammunition, which I think we should all expect within the next year for us to see a big hike in ammunition with, 80% of our domestic ammunition now being owned by foreign entities. I would say prepare for the worst. And if we have a way to manufacture ammunition that's actually good quality, that is actually lethal, that would be huge for a bunch of reasons: cost, training, and people that may not be able to have access to it. Like what's the Myanmar or whatever? Imagine if they could 3D print ammo and still crack some noggins out there. Rich's cheese gas is going to be anti-personnel. Oh, that's great. Tactical Muffin Top, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man.
Tech Muff?
Good ammo is stupid cheap. Grow potatoes and chickens. I totally agree. Grow chickens, 100%. I could not agree more. Growing chickens is extremely important.
FBA?
But, I mean, all jokes aside, seriously, though, yes. Grow food, like firearms, ammo, equipment, and all that, that is secondary to everything, right? Your skills and ability to sustain yourself is, prioritized well before firearms. That's why I always say water, food, shelter, then security. And remember, it's stupid cheap now. Has there ever been a time that good ammo wasn't stupid cheap? Have you experienced an ammo craze? Those aluminum 9mm are Cheese Master vibe. Cheese Master?
Why you're going through this? Oh, shit. Why are you going through this? That's the Epstein list that was released. This is the one I have. If I can blow this up a little bit.
Don't show that Crump.
I mean,
You guys have that now too, though.
let's just share it. Can we share it?
No, don't share it. Don't.
Why?
Because it's like all girls' names.
Who are you protecting?
I'm thinking
I was
it's
joking.
the
Yeah,
victims.
I think it is the victims with the phone numbers.
I was just kind of trying to be the,
No,
Yeah,
it's
no,
just people are making the thing that, hey, that list right there is the Epstein list, and they blocked it off. But that's not true because all three of us now have the unredacted version of that, and we know that people on there are the victims and their contact information.
Yeah, most of the names are female, and the phone numbers are Florida area codes. There was a Long Island, Suffolk County area code in there also.
yikes.
Yeah, but no one's reporting that until you, Dark.
Until me?
Yeah.
I did not know that. Well, congratulations, guys. We're first.
Yes,
I
I
didn't know.
brought that to you just so.
I didn't know that I had that. Is it probably just a bunch of minors?
Probably just I
Yeah.
texted it to you.
Yeah,
Okay, I didn't see it. My phone's
I would not. share
No,
that
I'm not going to
information.
share it. It's the victims' names and their contact information, phone numbers, and everything else.
So that's why it was redacted. I honestly I hadn't even looked into it. The last time I looked at anything, because the manifests have actually been out for what I did a video over a year ago showing the manifests.
No, but people were like, "Oh, why are they protecting it?" Because that list, and they're actual victims.
Gotcha. That makes sense. Even hey Garen, good to see you, bud. Even if the wheel weights are zinc, you still get about 80% of the weight. Yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't messed around with it. The project hasn't been like a priority at all. What? I got a message from the school the other day from the nurse saying my daughter took a potato to the face. Why did she get potatoed in the face, and through, like, by what means?
Is that like a potato gun or just someone just throw a potato?
Yeah, and why did they have a potato? It
There's
doesn't
so
make
much.
sense.
There's so much not being said.
Nurse sounded like she was trying not to laugh. That's crazy. Close range and lightweight carbon fiber bullet would be faster than lead. We need the slow-mo guys for this one. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I would like to do some messing around with that stuff. Lego Man.
Oh,
Don't tell me he's in chat. Where is Lego Man in chat? Is he out?
I don't know. He did threaten to kill a bunch of people. Oh,
You mean a bunch of children?
a bunch of children. Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, I almost got what is that? The tingly feeling in your leg? What was it? I have tingly feelings in my legs. Howdy anyway. I just imagine Crump has some huge hidden factory hidden behind him where the elves toil away. What? Dry ice. I think I'm super far behind in chat. Ace Hinneman, who developed the 45 Super, cast some spire points out of 88% aluminium and 12% zinc. Let's see, 150 grain, 2300 FPS out of a 5-inch barrel. Dang, that's pretty crazy. When in doubt, go rails down. Facts. Joe Morris, brother, good to see you, man. Caseless ammo, yeah, like the G. What was that? HK, the G11. G11.
rotating breach.
Yeah, that was a really cool idea. That was a terrible idea. Black Diamond Guns and Gear, Josh, brother, great to see you, man.
Yeah,
Appreciate you
the
coming in.
G11 looked like something out of like a sci-fi movie.
Yeah, I don't think there was. Let's be honest. I think that if there was real, like, military capabilities within that, and
Well,
they would have done something with it.
I think what people realized is, first off,
Fluffy, good to see you.
I
Kelly
mean,
Pepper, Fluffy, good to see both you guys.
there is some cost savings that you don't have to use brass, but you can use aluminum or steel, and those are cheap. I don't know.
I actually have 3D printed a chicken before. I just want to go on the record saying that. Very good point. Yeah, they're doing some cool stuff.
Wasn't part of like the round of the G11 plastic?
I think it was metal. I don't recall what metal, but
I think it was metal, but I think there was plastic in there too.
how do you 3D print a chicken, dude? We're out here 3D printing 3D printers, bro. Come on.
That was the rep wrap.
Oh my goodness, I'm so far back on chat. I'm just gonna have to go back. 100% on point. Oh, okay. Hold on. A girl brought a potato to school with a face on it. Okay, like a pet rock. They started playing hot potato, and she looked away for a second. Wow. Yeah, I've gotten some interesting calls from school, but dang, that's interesting. So I guess before we get into the SHTF wargaming stuff, we have some really cool things going on with definition knives. Should we talk about that?
Sure.
Well, I've been talking the whole time, so I don't. I just want to break.
I'd have to stop looking at Instagram. I'm teasing.
That would
looking at
probably
the
be a good idea.
HTG11 for if this is the one with the rotating breech mechanism that I'm thinking of. Anyhow, so Josh at Black Diamond Guns and Gear has a big booth, big fat tech booth, and big fat booth, and he's going to share. And we took him up on that. He offered us a share, and we said, "Hell yeah!" And
but we're buying it. I mean, we're paying for it though.
Yeah, gas, grass, or ass. Nobody writes for free. And Dark,
I've seen that on a sticker before.
Dark, you know what I volunteered you for?
Well, probably not the grass, and I'm low on funds, so we don't have that many options. So we're going to be we're going to have a booth, which we're sharing at GOA Goals at the Gun Owners of America Leadership Summit, which is in Tennessee. I believe it's going to be every August if Dark says it is. Hey, Luigi.
Luigi, oh my God, how you doing, man? It's funny. Man. I told my wife what a prison wallet was today. She had no idea.
Ooh, I mean, when you hear it, it just kind of fills in the gaps.
Yes. All right, so I need to answer the range. Okay, so Hank is on YouTube, Stranger Palooza. Hank does his videos, the live show, Monday nights only on Player, and then he copies it over to he copies it over to Who Moved My Freedom podcast on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
But Stranger Palooza is his van site, and he's been doing a lot of van stuff. And just because the van stuff is profitable and the two-way stuff is not. So yeah, Hank is still in the two-way game. So he must know me, must know I know Hank. And actually, I know Crump through Hank.
Yeah.
And I know Hank through Crump.
Gutter Cheese, I'm printing a gun right now.
Gutter Cheese, what's up, brother? I'm not, but my entire bed of jigs just finished printing before I started the stream. So 8.5 freaking hours. I'm coming to goals. I need a roomie.
Oh, nice. Cool. And Luigi, call me anytime, man. Anytime you feel like you want to chat, give me a call.
Yeah, man. I'd like to catch up, man. That it's been a minute, and it's good to get connected with you guys, man. And yeah, like I got to meet Fluffy Bunny Arsenal at that was cool. At Goals last year, so that was cool.
Me and Walt we rode together, and we met P38 Wilbur outside of Atlanta, and so right. He bought me my favorite lunch ever. a cheap one
Costco.
at Costco.
Mm-hmm.
The hot dog.
No, oh, you know I can't eat hot dog.
Yeah.
I
no.
want to, I just can't.
So the whole thing with the Goals event in Tennessee in August, we're going to be there. Definition Knives will have a booth that we're sharing with Fat Tack. It's going to be Fat Tack, with Black Diamond Guns and Gear Josh and Fat Tack Josh, and Prime Armor is going to be there too. And the developments with Definition Knives, we finally, after literally months and
Oh,
months
it's like 6
and
freaking
months,
months, man.
yeah, it has been crazy. I looked back. I actually confirmed the go-ahead with the magnet closure November the 15th.
It's 6 freaking months.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we already started. It's like, hey, fine, let's just send us a picture. We're ready to go.
Yep. Don't send me samples. I don't want samples because so the funny thing is that people may be like, oh, well, you're getting your boxes made in China now. Well, actually, no. The quality of the cardboard that we're using is so high that they have to import it from another country. So that's hilarious. But Definition Knives finally has some serious, I mean, our boxes were dope before. Dude, the quality of the packaging for Definition Knives moving forward is going to be so dope. It is incredible, and we're saving some money on it, but not enough to change the pricing of the knives. Just a little bit, but it is going to be epic. It's super thick, like crazy durable cardboard with a magnet closure that opens up, and it still says your mom's box on it, and it's got foam inside that is laser cut that says
Like a
Definition
penis.
Knives.
It looks like a penis.
It did. It doesn't anymore. It did look like a penis. I can't.
Yeah, my Dark showed that to my wife, and she was laughing.
Yeah, I was like, hey, just out of curiosity, what's the first thing you think of when you see this?
My wife's like, oh God.
Oh, man.
I mean, dude, there's no way to. I felt so bad for that young lady. I had to say, hey, do you realize what this shape looks like? They're like, you could scoop it 2 fingers. I was like, yeah, it looks like 2 balls.
Yeah, nobody's pulling the knife. They want to pull the knife out like that. You want
Yeah, in the middle, and
not nads on the end.
yeah, please don't put balls on our knife cut. I mean,
That was
literally.
the email. That was the.
Look, yeah, you guys don't want to see the actual email I sent them. I'll show the I just
Well, I guess they did read your mom's box on the outside, so they thought it probably went together.
tell me what that looks like. That looks like 1 small nut, 1 big nut, and a tip. All right, that is a pecker. Well, that is 100% a pecker. All right, we don't
No
need
matter
any peckers.
how my brain would do this, it would never do it that way. I'd be like, oh, you want to center, crescent cuts top and bottom.
Yeah, it's pretty
It's a
intense.
penis. Gutter cheese.
It is. Let me see if I can show you guys what it looks like now, or should we wait? Should we make them wait?
I'm okay with that.
All right, hold on. I had
Looks like a fish.
looks like a big
FDA
fish.
says black and pecker.
Black and pecker. Okay, here. So check this out. So this is the Boyd. And that's the magnet closure. So you just put your 2 little fangies in there. And then obviously it says Definition Knives. I hate that this is sideways.
And Lightning Scott says it's completely normal to be lopsided, and that's what your doctor tells you.
Yes, that is normal for you. And then this is the cut for the journalist right there, and it says Definition Knives right there. Dude, it's actually super high quality. I'm pumped. We've been waiting forever for it. And so here's the thing though. So we have the the packaging that we're ordering, we had to order. I'll just tell it like it is. We had to order 1,000 units of packaging at a minimum. Then we had to reorder to resupply for launch 1, and then next we're gonna order the first batch of launch 2. This is the most money I've ever put into anything like that. Like, we are going all the way in. We're talking 5 figures, ridiculousness, and I can't believe we're doing it, but it is so going to be worth it. And I guess we can say this, with the money that we're putting into the packaging, the money that we're putting into resupply for launch 1, and the money that we're putting in to bring launch 2 up, we are also doing the custom from the ground up, the first definition drop, and they're going to be serialized 1 through 500, and we are never going to make them again, ever. So this first variation that you guys saw of this knife with the carbon fiber and G10 fused together and then machined out to make that super crazy grip, it is going to be like this, only now different, because we are changing some things on it. And I don't want to give too much away, but
are we going to hold back on what we're changing?
Yeah, I don't want to say what we're changing yet, but we're making some really, really dope changes to it. And the fact that every single one is going to be serialized like 001 to 500. And then that's it.
And I guess we can't make the if you whatever lose it, whatever guarantee, because
that's the one time that we cannot do that. Yeah, you know what? We'll have to update our
policy.
Yeah, and put, this excludes special items like definition drops, balls deep. Yes. yes, that is major. Thank you. Yeah, I know. DK part Dukes. Yeah, dude, I'm pumped. Launch 2 is gonna be dope. There's just like so much going into it. We're also not giving away a whole lot of like what we're like going to be naming stuff. We're doing launch 2 totally different, but the knives are going to be exactly the same kind of awesomeness that you guys came to expect with launch 1, and the quality and the smoothness. And look at that unique blade shape. Oh, dude, I can't wait. And the colors, oh, they're going to be so good.
Eric Stockbridge says, will it be of 500 as well? I'm not sure what his question is, but yeah, the drop will be numbered 500.
Yeah, just for that one version of knife. So like, let's say launch 2 is 7 knives. I'm just throwing a number out. Let's say launch 2 is 7 knives. The definition drop knife will be kind of separate. It'll get launched around the same time as launch 2.
So are we going to laser them? I know we talked about lasering the number on, but I think Eric Stockbridge is it going to say 1 of 500, 2 of 500?
Yes.
3 of...
Yeah. So it'll say like 001 of 500, 003, 242 of 500. Like, so that way we can't just come out later and say, we decided to do 500 to 1,000, like that's it. It's a special run. That's all we're doing. And trust us that we don't want to have to pay again to make another 500 of one item. I'll take 2 instead of waiting for those mags that fell through a while back and fund any difference. What mags?
Did Luigi buy mags from you?
I don't know. I don't remember selling mags. Did I sell mags? I don't think I remember selling any magazines.
I did.
Oh, that's right. You had the Crump magazines. Are you talking about the Crumpy magazines, Luigi?
What did he say?
I don't know. Yeah, let me know if if we stiffed you on something, let me know because
I sold magazines, but they all got sent out.
yeah, I don't know, maybe for something else.
I mean, if
DLD AR mags, a lane with the lower DLD.
Along with a lower?
We have remember when Swamp Dog did one of the DLD 80% lowers,
Oh, yeah.
but I don't think we actually did the. I think we were talking about doing the DLD mags, but we never. Hey, shoot me an email, Luigi,
Yeah,
because
let's figure that out.
yeah, because obviously if we didn't send
Didn't
you your
come
stuff,
through.
yeah, I want to take care of you.
Received
I have a hot
80%, but
take.
no max. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think we actually did the mags. Yeah, shoot
Alright.
me an email. We'll make sure that man, that was years back too. So like, because that was way before the whole 80% thing went crazy.
Uh-huh.
I have a hot take, so please don't hate me. I'm just going to throw that ish away when I get the knife. Maybe do cheaper packaging for most of the knives. Well, here's the beautiful thing: it is cheaper. So it's a
Yeah, no,
win-win.
it's like the packaging cost per item is not a big deal.
Mhm.
It's not a major cost.
It's just it's so much better to like to have that element of you know um presentation
Mhm.
and then you turn around and throw it in the trash and not feel any kind of bad about it at all whatsoever. It's not like we're not doing like wooden boxes that are like lasered with with anything. It's
Sounds
just
like Luigi had a medical episode here. It says
hold
before I
on.
died 90% on the table. I'm like, what?
I think I remember him saying that he was going through some stuff. I thought it was your wife dealing with was dealing with some stuff. I didn't know. Actually, he may have mentioned that. And I think I mentioned something to you a while back. I just can't remember right offhand. Your mom's box is cheap. It actually okay, so it's not nothing. You know what I mean? I guess it's kind of interesting to have this conversation, but we're reducing our cost dramatically.
But
That's
our
dramatically and drastically.
storage, because we have to order 1,500 units. That's more than like the first batch of knives. Like that's
Yeah,
more. The first batch of knives wasn't 1,500, so we're laying out a lot of money for inventory that's going to be sitting there.
yeah. For like resupplying launch 1 and getting launch 2 and getting the definition drop and getting the packaging, and it's yeah,
And
it's
getting
a
a
lot.
booth.
And getting a booth and growing up and being a real adult.
Mm-hmm.
Senor Boob, great to see you. Great to see you.
We keep telling Bob we're going to go to
Kurt, is that
Eastern.
Kurt's first message?
No.
Oh,
Kurt was in earlier.
how did I not see you?
You
Kurt,
missed it. I think I said hi to Kurt.
great to see you, Kurt.
Kurt must have just got off of work because he's just joining us late.
Yeah, I was going back through. I don't
Whoa,
see
Luigi says
anything.
6 months, 3 different hospitals. Dude.
Dang.
Sorry about that, buddy.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
That's
Yeah.
tough. Yeah, he said where was it said before I died 90% on the table, and then vapor locked to 10% heart function. Wolf. Dude, that's brutal, man. And Luigi, I don't know if you had known, but this past year, my dad went in the hospital in May, I think almost exactly May 11th, and then July he passed away, like almost exactly 2 months later. And it was the same thing. It was, touch and go. It was first everything was okay. He, went through
Not a big deal.
yeah, then it was we need to do surgery. Then it was his colon ruptured and perforated, and then all sorts of stuff, infections, and he ended up being in the hospital for 2 months, and a combination of the hospital and recovery and rehabilitation, and then back to the hospital. And I just remember watching his heart function going from 30 to 25 to 22 to 20 to 18 to 15 to 10 to, and then you're very lucky. You're very lucky that you're still here, my man. And all glory goes to God. I'm glad you're still okay.
My dad died 3 years ago today.
Ooh.
Today, really?
Mhm.
Oh,
Dang.
On my son's birthday.
Wow. I was gonna say, I remembered you saying it was your son's birthday.
Yeah.
It's tough, man. I mean, the only thing that can give us peace is the fact that we know that they're going to a better place, It's tough. Yeah, it's been tough to deal with that. My dad's birthday is coming up, and all of our families getting together and whatnot. Yeah, it's tough, man. But yeah, I'm glad you're here. Glad you're okay, and hopefully you're doing well. And yeah, either way, shoot me an email. We'll catch up, dude. Yeah. So it's funny because actually thinking of a topic and getting the idea like yeah, we need to talk about like what do you do when the shenanigans hit the fanigans, and what equipment do you grab, and do you bug in or do you bug out? And then we just end up talking about GOA goals and knives, and the plans never actually work. But I honestly, I am super pumped about what we got going on with Definition Knives. I don't want to make the whole thing commercial for Definition Knives, but check out definitionknives.com and make sure that make sure that you don't order a Copilot.
yeah. Did you fix the Copilot or no?
I can't do it. I know. Yeah, you're welcome to go in there and give it a
It
shot.
says in stock.
It does say. But while we do that, I want to for the homie, I want to take a moment and share this for our boy Fat Tech Josh. So if you guys could mute just for a second, that'd be awesome.
FatTack.com, in a sense, is a one-stop shop where you can find things for bigger guys. It's in our name, FatTack.com. We made this specifically for bigger guys that can't find quality products in their sizes. We made this popular by the Fat Tack holster, something you can wear lower in your pants if you have a gut. This by far is the most comfortable way to carry a gun while you're sitting down. Let's say you sit down for 12 hours a day. This thing right here is your best friend. On the site, we also pick up products that we believe is the best for the money, like Gideon Optics. Blue Alpha belts are on the site, something that we believe are literally the best belts in the game. You can find these things in unlimited sizes on FatTack.com. Doesn't matter what your waist is, we got you covered. We also have medical gear, prime armor, literally everything is on there, including apparel, hoodies, shirts, hats, everything you can think of, and including your favorite influencer that's showing you this right now. Go check out their stuff on FatTag.com.
Nice.
Media
intel. All right. So real quick, I have a little bit of a wargaming scenario for you guys to think through. A little bit of a thought exercise, if you will. And
Okay.
just so you know, Rich, you are still muted. So okay,
Muted.
let's say this. I think you're not muted. Rich was muted.
I said leave him muted.
Oh, leave him muted.
Don't tell him.
Only leave him muted when he's opening cheese on on a live stream. Thank you. Okay, so I think about these things a lot of times, and I kind of think through scenarios, and often I say that your body won't go where your mind hasn't gone, right? So if you don't take the time to think about things like this, and to think about really, like, a lot of us carry handguns every day, all day, and in these situations, if you don't
I like this one.
actually think through, yeah, like this one, um, I always wondered if
Rich will actually do it.
he will actually do it. I always wondered if this would mess with the AI. If you say, "Check out this handgun that I'm holding up on video right now," I know, dude. If that can does that, I would be pissed, but I would also know. Anyway, shout out to not getting canned on YouTube. Okay, so frequently I think about stuff like this, and a lot of times dudes don't actually stop to think about, like, if I have to use my firearm, what would it be like? What would it be? Would I just sit there and watch someone bleed out? Would I help them medically, even if it was someone that tried to hurt me, or possibly take my life? Like, would I, whatever, right? Like, all these things that circumstances, situations you kind of think through. And then you think of, like, SHTF, like if the shenanigans hit the fanigans. And then it's like, well, okay, in most cases, when I'm out and about, what are all of us carrying when we're out and about?
Knife, gun, spare mag.
Flashlight.
Yeah.
Medical.
Well, actually, so let's talk about that. Go through real quick and say your EDC, not what you sometimes carry, what you always have with you, no question, no matter what, every day.
Gun, 2 knives, a flashlight, definitely.
Do you usually keep a spare mag?
Yeah, definitely carry a spare mag.
Do you usually keep stuff in your car or not usually? Is there something that, like, you always have in the car, or is it just like sometimes you might have, X, Y, and Z?
No, there's stuff I always carry in the car. I'm not going to talk about firearms or anything like that because Rich learned a lesson about that. I don't want to get my stuff stolen, but I do carry and I carry medical in my car, like emergency supplies as well. An emergency kit in there.
Like what kind of emergency supplies?
Water and non-B like BPH stuff. It's like emergency packets of drinking water, some rations, like thermal blankets.
Okay. So you have a pretty decent amount of stuff in the car. Like, whether it's a medical emergency, EDC situation, whatever, you're pretty much covered.
Yeah. I also carry like a portable pump, a blowout kit.
That's important.
Yeah. Also
Sidewall repair kit.
Yeah. Sidewall repair kit. Yeah. Like a battery pack to do with jumper cables.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
Do you usually have access to a long gun?
When it depends. Now, do I leave it in the car?
No. I would guess, for everyone out there listening, none of us leaves anything in the vehicle, because that would be idiotic.
Yeah, but will I carry a long gun? Yeah.
Okay. And I'm asking for reasons for this incoming war game scenario. All right, Rich, what about you? What do you always have on you no matter what?
So always on me: knife, light, gun, spare mag. That's me personally. Now,
How many
my car.
knives?
What?
How many knives?
One.
Okay.
On the car, it's funny. My car comes with a medical kit. I should say medical.
It's a boo-boo kit
with a first aid kit. I've never even looked at it. Don't even know what's in it.
Yeah,
but I did get one of those, like, skinny medic blowout kits. I do have a spare tire, and I actually checked the air pressure in my spare tire.
Yeah, I carry a small first aid kit in my glove box, and then a bigger one in the trunk.
But I do carry. So when I leave home, there's 2 additional bags I throw in the car. When I'm going on a road trip. And like you said, I got the thermal blankets that you can buy the thermal
Frag out.
blankets, like a 20 pack of them for like a few dollars on Amazon.
Yeah, they're
Um,
super, super cheap.
There's like a 3-day supply of food for 3 people, dehydrated food.
Handcuffs, ball
and
gag, whip,
an extended
blindfold.
medical kit and zip ties, riot cuffs. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys well, I guess so we're talking about what we have on us every single day. I literally look, I've been bad. Recently I've not been carrying an extra mag because when I put because around the house I usually carry sweats. Always have a gun on me. Always. There's never a time I do not have a gun on unless I am not wearing pants. And spoiler alert, I only don't wear pants when I'm inside the shower. I'm not the guy that chills in his drawers around the house. When I'm at the house, I got sweats on, and I always have a gun in my pants. Just walk into the mailbox, gun in my pants. Just walk into the car, gun in my pants. Walking outside, gun in my pants. Inside the house, gun in my pants. So I'm with you, but lately I've not been carrying a spare magazine. And a spare magazine isn't because I'm going to run through this first 21 rounds and then I'm going to need to top off and do extra John Wick tactical stuff. No, it's not that at all. There's too many mechanical things that could go wrong with a firearm. So it is always best to have a secondary magazine if your first one craps the bed, or if you actually do need to reload. What if you end up in
I was going to show a
situation-
magazine, but that's what I did last time wrong.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't do that.
Yeah. Well, sometimes I do carry hey, it's Luigi, like my NAA 22.
Yeah.
I have that necklace. You've seen it before, right?
I haven't seen the necklace, but I got a little NAA 22 mag right there. My buddy saved his life with one of those.
Yeah. Well, I have a necklace. Sometimes I wear, and the NAA 22 revolver actually attaches to the necklace.
Nice. That's dope. Yeah, those are cool guns. Now, either way, even like if with this scenario, our cars are going to be involved, but when it comes to like what is on your body, I usually do carry a magazine. I've been carrying a second magazine for years, but I just recently stopped carrying another magazine because I was throwing it in the Vertex jeans and in the Vertex, like they're kind of like Dickies like material pants. You have the spare mag pockets, so I just throw it in there. So I lost my secondary mag carrier that I was using forever for standard Glock mags, and so I switched over to the 43X again, and now I just grabbed my 43X mag and carrier, and I literally just walked away and threw it in my pants right now because I'm like, all right, I can't reduce my standard just because I don't feel like it, especially with the S15 mags. They have never given me any problem at all, but not using OEMs, using aftermarket, I kind of feel like I should probably have a second one anyway.
I have 2 S15 mags that I carry. Sometimes I carry a third one, but at least 2.
Yeah, I usually don't carry a third one. I usually got one in the gun and then a backup, but in the car I have so there's like a little it's like a flat, and then there's 4 plastic ammo cans that go in there. In the first one, I got like 500 to 1,000 rounds of 5.56 loose. Second one, 500 to 1,000 rounds of 9mm loose. And then the third one is filled with loaded Glock mags. And then the fourth one is filled with loaded AR mags. That way, no matter what, I always have a Glock that takes standard Glock mags in my bag. In my sack here. This is my sack, and I always keep a standard Glock in here because, especially if I'm carrying a 43X, if I have a bucket of Glock mags in the back, that won't really do me any good, right? But if I just want to go to the range, great. Throw on my gun belt and walk out, and I can go to the range. If something bad happens, great. All my stuff is in the car, and I can just do whatever I need to do. Whether it's throwing a rifle in the car, grabbing my rifle, going to work or whatever. Now with this new chest rig, that thing is fire, and I am going to introduce that into my EDC world. But I always keep an IFAK in the glove box, and then in the trunk I have another IFAK, and then I also have the huge NAR EMT bag, which has like everything times 4. So that's super important to have. Okay, so
I also carry one other thing.
Rose box.
No.
Oh, I totally thought it was going there.
No, I carry a plain black zip up, like almost jacket, except it's like a fleece.
Yeah, why is that? So you
Does
can blend
it
in with
ATF? So you can blend
Antifa?
in when they raid your house.
No, because if
Blend in with Antifa.
No, if I ever need to
Change your appearance.
change my appearance, boom, baseball hat. Then when I get away, boom, take everything off, and I'm back.
Yeah, that's
I actually do carry in my car a duffel bag with some extra clothes and stuff.
always change of clothes. And the most important thing in a bag with a change of clothes is what?
Socks.
No,
Socks.
No.
Extra socks.
no, you're wrong. You guys are totally wrong. A Ziploc bag, but not of cheese.
I
Toilet
can't.
paper. A Ziploc bag with toilet paper in.
Oh, do you always got to you de-roll the toilet paper and then you throw it in the car?
No, I keep a roll.
You keep the roll? What do you need the roll for? Are you going to put it on a dispenser?
Dude, are you serious? If I'm not crapping out of Buc-ee's, I'm bringing my own.
Dude,
Oh,
de-roll the roll and your life will be changed forever.
Nah, I'm cool.
Put it on a pencil.
Cool. No, that's cool.
Put it on a Bic pen. But it brings a roll of toilet paper down to like this size. It's crazy.
I also always carry a lighter.
This. A lighter for your toilet paper.
No, just a lighter
Yeah.
in case I need to start a fire.
Everyone should have
I have in my get home kit
Bic lighters, matches, all that stuff.
toothpaste, bug spray.
A plastic bag full of Coke. Oh, hold on. Extra lube. Too many choices. What's up, bud? Okay, Astroglide. Yes. Dude wipes. Dang. Dude wipes is out there. Okay. All right. Yeah.
I have a Gun Owners of America Zippo.
Ooh, nice. Zippos are good. Definitely not windproof as they claim, but it's wind resistant. We'll give them that.
No, sometimes I do carry one of those plasma lighters
Oh yeah, those are good.
because those are definitely
And the like the electric ones.
yeah.
Yeah, those are good. Okay, so here's what
I
thinking.
have Kim lights in my bag actually, and flares are in my emergency kit in my car.
You should have flares too. There's so I don't always have everything on me 100% of the time though. So I want to go off of mostly what's on your body, but also like what you always, have in the car when you're there with your vehicle, right? Like it's different. Like I know obviously like when we go somewhere and remove ourselves from the vehicle or go home or whatever, I don't want people to think that like I got my, $6,000 Geisley, sitting in the trunk or whatever. So don't try it. It's not worth it. It's not worth your life.
Yeah, my Kim lights and my flares I don't carry those on my body. They're in my car.
Yeah. I also don't currently carry medical on me on my body. It's in my bag. And I don't always have my bag on me. If my family's there, yes, I got my bag on me. But otherwise, it's like if it's just me, I'll risk the run of the car. We'll see. I mean, honestly, most of our stuff is like to protect others, kind of ourselves, but more so others. Anyway, so my thought had always been like, okay, if I'm driving a half an hour away, 45 minutes away, an hour away, whatever, then with the luck of the Irish, I feel like it's more likely that something, yes, Blue Kim lights, you got it, Drewski. I feel like it's more likely that something is going to go down when we're like a half an hour from home, which a half an hour drive from home could turn into a day-long hike back home if some, God forbid something happened. So here's the
or if you get a flat tire.
Yeah, I mean, as long as civilization is intact, you can get back pretty quickly. Even if you have to sleep in your car outside of a tire shop for
Okay.
6 hours.
I'm gonna roll out, but I just want to say something that's kind of disturbing. You know how Gene Hackman and his wife died?
Oh man, it's funny. I was just thinking about it. Was it the 80s? He was like in every single movie.
Hold on, Gene Hackman died?
Gene Hackman, his wife, and the dog.
What?
They
Yes.
did in Death League, but they were dead for so long when they did the welfare check. All the bodies are like mummified.
Bro, what? Did this just occur?
So, all
today?
right.
Did
I
this-
heard
a few
on the
weeks.
news they said they had the gas company come out and it wasn't a gas leak.
So yeah, somehow they've been dead for weeks.
So apparently they were found by I don't know if it was cleaning staff or something like that,
Gardener.
housekeepers or gardener or whatever.
Traveler, good to see you, bro.
Yeah, but that body was like mummified. That's how.
Carbon monoxide, maybe. Haven't been seen for at least 2 weeks. Dude, that's crazy. And Harriet the Spy died.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's crazy, man.
All right, can I make my announcements so I can get out of here?
Yeah, go ahead. You don't
All
want
right.
to participate in the
Oh, well, if
in
you
the
use
war
Flying
game.
Rich at Fort Scott Munitions, you get 10% off. Flying Rich, the code is Flying Rich at Fort Scott Munitions for 10% off.
Just don't say the rest of that.
Yes.
Okay, so here we go. Okay, first, I have signed with a representation company.
DLD hardware. I'm just kidding.
No, I've signed with the representation company that represents social media influencers. It's
Nice.
it's not Leviathan. It's Boothcraft, which
Okay.
is another Leviathan-esque company, but a little bit more clear with their terms and a little. I like Boothcraft a little bit better.
Okay.
But that's not really the big news. In the Texas case that we all
All right.
filed
Yeah, the
declarations
engaged in the business of.
engaged in the business case.
That Rich and I can't talk about because we're engaged in the case of the engaged in the business of.
We can talk about it. We can talk about it. Don't worry about it. The judge denied the stay, the government stay on the case, so it will proceed.
So explain what that means for the intellectually impaired.
Stay means a pause in the case, so it will be a pause in the case until the government decides what they're going to do.
It would have been,
It
right?
would have been a pause,
Yeah.
so everything would have just frozen. But the judge said, "No, we're going to go ahead and hear the case. You're either going to drop it or you're going to have to fight. You're going to have to defend it."
So
And-
they have to come with their arguments and they have to continue forward with the case.
Yes.
So some people got together and decided to sue the ATF for their overreaching for the engage in the business of case because those individuals found that it was wrong and illegal and unjust and immoral to basically treat every single firearm owner once they own that property, if they chose to keep it, collect it, sell it, trade it, whatever, to treat them as if they're an FFL. And when those people got together and said, "Hey, screw this, I would like to put my name on the dotted line for various reasons, because we fall into a certain group of people that we would be very much engaged in the business of based on their ridiculous explanation." And that's why we chose to sue, because screw them.
Yep. And I'm actually part of another case now. I gave a declaration, and Rich, you might have to get one. I don't know though.
Okay, what case is that about?
That is the kiloton tactical case.
Kiloton tactical case. I'm not familiar.
Oh, okay. I know what
Zero
you're talking about.
tolerance. Because what the ATF said to me when I asked them about zero tolerance, that it's still in effect, and Rich was there with me.
Dang. Okay. Man, what can we expect with all these changes and the changes to the acting director, the ATF, and all this?
Well, do you want to hear? I'm going to go ahead and give you guys some inside baseball here. How did Kash Patel become the acting director?
Wrong place, wrong time.
Or right place, right time.
How did no one know that was being leaked until like Borka posted his picture shortly after the meeting when they named him? I know how. Do you all want to know how?
Why did I just freeze?
I don't know. Rich is circling the drain. But you guys want to know how? All right. Rain wants to know how.
Hey, you.
This is how they kept the secret. There was a meeting in the White House with a bunch of people, and they were talking about a bunch of different things. And the ATF came up, and Trump looked at Kash and said, "Kash, you deal with it. You're the acting director of the ATF now."
They can't keep getting away with all the stuff they're doing. You take it. You do it.
Yeah. So the reason why it never leaked is because until he was named, no one knew, including him, that he was going to be named the acting director. It was a spur of the moment thing that Trump did.
Dude, that's the way to do business.
Baller.
He's like, you take care of it.
I mean, we all know Kash Patel's stance on our God-given rights, so I'm good with that.
Yeah, but I just think it's funny how people are like, how did they keep it a secret? How did this not leak? Because
it didn't exist until it existed.
Until Trump had the idea that during a meeting.
Hey, you. ATF is doing a bunch of stupid stuff. You take that over.
You're now the acting director. Congratulations.
Yeah, that's pretty gangster. Dude, he's doing some gangster stuff, man. I just, in the back of my mind, I've been burned, right? So it's like it's hard for me to be like, man, this is so good, but they could turn on us on any moment, I don't know.
Yeah, but here's the thing. His advisors on guns is totally different than last time.
Yeah, I see that. And I'm hoping we get what we deserve. I don't believe we'll get what we truly deserve, but I do believe that we will take some ground. And just as they do, never give it back. Ever.
Yeah, there was a few different there's a few different people that have heavy ties to the gun advocacy world that is now involved in the White House.
Yeah.
And plus there is a current bid on a no reserve, fully transferable called SP1. And the current bid is $32,000
on a transferable SP1 that is a machine gun, or that has a link in it.
It is a machine gun.
Oh wow, that's interesting. Because usually,
that's a good deal.
Yeah, I don't think
it's going to go up, but I am now the high bidder.
Did you bid on it?
Yeah.
Are you serious? Why would you want that, Crump?
Because I know it's going to go for more than 32,000, but
that thing will go for a Colt SP1. That thing's going to go for 45 grand, dude.
I mean, if you get it for 32,000, I keep it for a little while, then sell it for sell it and make $20,000 on it.
Yeah, I mean that it's probably going to go for like 45K, if not more. Especially the SP1, because the SP1 was a sporting rifle that was literally like the BCG was completely neutered. So to have an SP1 machine gun is actually kind of like the future SP1s were neutered. It's just kind of like a stick to the gov even more, you know. Um, yeah, that's cool. And the SP1, funny enough, is the only AR that can actually work with an actual link of the lightning. I'll just say that. That's all I'm going to say. But anyway, I'm going to get back to wargaming. I would love you to stick around, or are you going to hit the road?
I gotta hit the road. I gotta get some packages packed.
Dang it! I shouldn't have let this run on that long. I got to do the same thing. I got to get packages done, but I definitely want to get through the Rich, you know, when you send me reels from Instagram constantly while we're on a live stream, that means I can tell that you're scrolling Instagram. You're so bad. Do you ever only do one thing? I don't think I've ever just seen you just do one thing.
We're all three of us are ADHD.
Yeah, but at least I'm focusing on one thing. Well, I'm focusing on one thing.
Well, usually I only look at Instagram when I'm on the thrones.
Oh, so this is your one chance.
At least I got my pants.
Well, at least I didn't accidentally call into the stream while I was on the toilet.
Yes, yeah. I'm glad that you didn't.
Being that your bathroom has mirrors on every wall and ceiling, yeah. Thank you, John.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I wasn't supposed to let people know that.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, thank you for that visual. Appreciate that. Guys, make sure you follow.
Like an in-person live stream together in a couple weeks.
Are we doing that?
Are we doing that?
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah,
I'm going to be driving through your neighborhood next weekend.
Oh, so you didn't tell Dark?
Not this coming weekend. The next weekend.
Right. Yep.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. No, we did.
Okay.
Yeah. He told. So he was actually talking about doing this weekend, and I was like, well, I got the little one this weekend, and the next weekend I don't. So I don't know if that had anything to do with it, but that would be really cool to do something together like that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna accidentally end the stream.
Yeah, only click leave studio.
End stream.
The crazy thing is that you have to click end stream, and then it's like, yo, are you sure, dude? Are you sure you want to end the stream?
Oh, it does. I don't think I'm gonna click it and see what it does.
I can tell you what it does. It makes me sad. It makes me very sad. Is what it does. If you like, I could help you out.
No, that's okay. Your mom's box.
Have a good night. Oh, he did leave. The stream is done. I'm just kidding. I'm joking.
I'm like, no, I see the counter.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's get back to it. So when I think about like what potential events could occur, I think about, man, like the worst possible thing would be like I leave my family.
Do you have a drone with a mesh-tastic? Oh, I can't shop right here. Do you have a drone with a mesh-tastic unit?
I don't even own a drone, let alone multiple drones that would necessitate a drone rack. I don't think anyone out there is going to know what that reference is. I pray that someone out there knows. Please. If you do, so much love goes to you. But no, I don't own a drone. What? I don't own a gun, let alone multiple guns that would necessitate a gun rack. Yes, dude. ME, you got it. Wayne's World. She's like, I got you a gun rack. And he's like, what? I don't even own a gun, let alone multiple guns that would necessitate a gun rack.
Really? That was a line in Wayne's World?
Yes, dude. And it was like the best. For some reason, it's just one of those things that just stuck with me, dude. Oh, man.
Well, nobody got my comment earlier. Does anybody know
God
what?
bless you. Just get over it and go out with someone else.
Does anybody know what movie that's from?
Fire. What movie? What's from?
A phased plasma rifle in the 40-watt range.
No. I was actually reading something about 40 grains or something like that at that time, so it totally slipped through. But yeah, no. What was
Tell
that?
me if anyone in the chat knows, and you guys have all seen this movie. Ah, Luigi! He's got it.
Terminator.
Terminator. It's when Arnold is buying guns. Jova Q.
Jova, what up? Uzi 9mm. Dude, yeah, that was when he was in the gun store and he blasts that dude with a 12 gauge. The funny thing, though, all right, so let's fast forward 30 years. 12 gauge is still sitting on the counter of like Walmart and most gun shops, just kind of sitting there. It's like, didn't you learn your lesson from T2? Come on, dude. Okay, all right, so let's get into this. All right. So I always think of things like this. When bad things happen, they happen at the worst possible time you could even like ever imagine, right? So I was thinking like, because a lot of times I'm home working on stuff for the business or whatever, when I go out, like let's think of this perspective from like people that work, right? They go out to work, they drive half hour away, an hour away, and then as they're out, something happens. We don't know what happens. All we know is that we're 30 minutes away from our home, 60 minutes away from our home. All of a sudden, all of electricity midday, so sun's still out and all that, all of our electricity midday goes out. All cars stop working.
EMP.
All watches, whatever it is, right? You know, we could say a nuke goes off, you know, over. Man, I've been looking into this nuclear stuff. Holy moly, this stuff
Dude,
is
you know
crazy.
what's bad is when I did wedding photography, I had a laptop bag with like the maps for Yonkers, Nassau County, Suffolk County, the 5 boroughs of Manhattan, well, it's 5 boroughs in New York City. Let me say that properly. I used to have all those maps. It's like,
And where'd
no
they
problem.
go?
Oh, I mean, I haven't seen them in 20 years. What are you talking about?
You know, you can go. I think it's like topogo.com or something like that. You can actually like center a map around, like, let's say your home, and you can choose the area, the scale, everything, and they will print you any kind of map that you want in like super high quality and send it to you. I think it's called like Topo Go, but I mean you pay for it. Dirty Civilian was showing the maps in one of their videos recently. But so let's say you're out. I'll let you choose. Do you want to choose that in this scenario where 30 minutes away from home, like 30-minute drive, or 60 minutes away from home?
60. Let's go for it.
Okay. So 60 minutes away from home. Now, consider this. If we need to get back home, if home is like the place where we meet, a 60-minute drive is, I mean, a full flipping day hiking back home.
It's probably a 3-day walk.
I mean, so I've walked that's probably like 40 minutes. You could probably do it in about a day ish. I mean, I guess there's so many things. The speed, as the
you're
crow
60
flies, you have to
miles
go
from
around
home,
stuff.
that's like a 3-day walk.
You could do it in about a day. It depends on the speed and terrain and all that. Did it just pull me
No,
out?
what is walking speed?
I mean, you could walk 5-6 miles an hour. You can walk
The average walking speed of an adult is 3 miles per hour. So that's 20 hours of walking.
Average walking speed. You can.
All right, I walk fast for a New Yorker, so I'm probably.
You can move at 5 miles an hour. I mean, dude, 5 miles an hour is a very
still 12
fast
hours.
walk. Yeah, I mean, let's say between 3 and 4 miles an hour, you can do it in a day. You can, I mean,
And you
it took,
dress shoes,
I mean,
evading
if you're wearing
evading
dress shoes,
people.
but also, do you keep a spare pair of footwear in your vehicle? That is super important. I always keep another pair of boots in the trunk, but now I have nicer boots. I got Merrells that I can put in the trunk now. Okay, so let's paint the picture. All right, so you're out and you're whatever.
So I need a spare pair of flip flops, is what you're saying.
I absolutely would never do that walk in flip flops. I would stop at the first teenager I see with size 12 shoes and trade stuff with them for their shoes. Trade
At high velocity.
trade punches for their shoes. You're out, you're an hour away from home, and everything, all electronics, literally, it's like the switch is pulled, everything goes off, everything stops working. Your watch is down, your phone is down, your car is down, you can't start it. Everyone, the highway is just, bumper to bumper, just blocked, literally just stopped. And your car is parked in a parking lot somewhere. You were about to start heading home, and you have to make a decision on what to do. You can't just go call your wife. I would assume that you and her would probably meet back at your home. But I'll have you go first. What do you got with you? What do you got in the car? And what do you do?
So, yeah, my normal daily routine, I'll go 30, 60, I'll go 4 hours from home. And I won't bring extra stuff. Like I'll ride, so it's an 8-hour round trip to Hanks, or going to see Walter, and I'll do that with basically nothing in the car. No preparedness, which is really bad.
Sport Brand says, I would never wear flip flops ever. Sorry, Rich. All black Chucks are my backup. They fold down nice. That is true. Chucks fold down very, very nicely. Okay, so you're saying you'll go 4 hours away and you'll bring nothing, like no sustainability stuff, like no water, no food.
I'm outing myself. Yeah.
Now
Yeah, like
imagine.
if I'm going to goals, yeah, I've got a backpack of like basically 9 days worth of food for one person. I've got water. I've got all sorts of way I can boil water. I've got everything.
But let's say you're not.
Yeah, I'm screwed. I mean, I don't even have like a bottle of water, a bottle I could put water from a stream in.
Oh, so you don't even have like something to put water in if you came across a water source.
Yeah.
So this right here, AZ. So AZ says for a while, people are going to refuse to leave their cars. So I actually was in a situation where I was stuck on a frozen, icy overpass over 395, 495, and 66 right near DC in Alexandria. And I was stuck there for probably 12, 16 hours. Do you know how long it took for people to start leaving their cars? You know what it was? And then we'll get back to what you would do. And this is why we go through this stuff, so you can remember, you can be like, man, I should probably at least have some type of something to put water in, or some type of like, nuts, something for sustainability. But it took, so after several hours, it took the first car, literally, as everything is icing over, and it is so high up and decline, it is so dangerous that, like, if we pull it up on Google Maps, I can show you how ridiculous it is. Whoever made this is a total tard. The first car in front of us started just going like this, just gliding, and then it started going down, and then it went into boom, smashed into the like Jersey wall thing that's up, and then the car behind it started going, and they just started sliding on this icy overpass, and a couple cars just smashed into each other. Then people started saying like, okay, I just need to get out of here. Some cars actually, like, very stupidly rode it down in neutral, but they did I watched them get to like the next exit and get down and finally get off and like get to a flat place. But we were stuck there, and then the traffic outside of there was just deadlocked, just done. We couldn't do anything. So we were stuck there forever. I will never forget finally getting home and just like, man, there was another time I had to walk. It probably took about 8 hours. It was about a 30-minute drive. I had to walk all the way home. Oh my goodness. That kind of feeling when you get home is just like, oh, Anyway, sorry. So back to it. So let's say you have to leave your car. What do you do?
I mean,
What do you all have on you? What do you grab from your car? And what do you...
Yeah, basically, I got bug spray and suntan lotion in my car, other than the med kit, which I guess I would grab.
Yeah, okay. You grab the med kit, grab the...
I mean, if I'm just local driving, yeah, that's what I got with me.
So you grab the bug tan lotion and the sun spray, and then what else? What do you do?
The med kit, and I'd be heading home.
Okay, walk me through it. What are you gonna do?
So,
do you want to pick where you are an hour away?
let's just pick an hour south, because an hour north would be too easy. Because basically, north of me, the only way to get north is going up I-95 or the Turnpike, and you only have one option, basically walking south on 95 or the Turnpike. Going south for an hour, there's a bunch of different routes back.
I'm sorry. Handcraft a pair of flip-flops out of toilet paper rolls. You got TP. You can bring TP if you
I got the TP. Yeah. Actually, yeah. So I got like a hat. I got a hat. I got
protect you from the sun. So for everyone watching, he's in Florida, so the sun is brutal. The range says, I'm so fricked if this happens. Botched hip surgery, 5 and 12 months, has rendered me useless when it comes to walking distance. 2 years prior, I was running 3 marathons a year.
What?
Dude, you know what? The range, dude, my right arm, my dominant right arm that I have been training for years with drawing, running my gun, running my handgun, running my pistol belt, running my rifle, hardcore with a timer now. I don't know how long with a timer, but I have tendon damage in my right arm now, and I'm like useless for work, for guns, for all. I'm working on healing it, but I feel you. We need to do whatever we need to do to get in the absolute best physical condition that we possibly can to get ourselves back. Doesn't matter how old you are. Do whatever you need to do, whatever that means medically, physically, diet, hydration, all that stuff. Do whatever you need to do. And I feel you. Since you got divorced, did I miss another one? Feed your local homeless. One day they will follow you into battle. Homeless person army. They'll follow me into battle since I got divorced. I don't know. I feel like I'm missing another chat there.
So, and I guess I always, when I get in the car to go somewhere with my wife and my daughter, they're like, oh, it's like, I hate to say it. If I'm hanging with Crump or Dark or Josh or anybody, it's like Marines running out of the back of a C-130. It's like no big deal. It's like when we all room together and we go to get in the car, it's not like, oh, I forgot my this. Let me go back for that. I got to devote. It drives me the F crazy. But my wife and daughter always grab a bottle of water.
Dude, BV Luminous, his daughter called him after 19 years. Dude, amen, brother. That is an answer to prayers. That is incredible.
Cool.
Good for you, brother. That's awesome. I gave those years. I won't waste my time again. Man, good for you, brother.
You,
God bless you and your daughter, man. That's awesome. Yeah, women almost always have a bottle or a bottle of water.
And it drives me crazy. They'll buy $10 bottles of water. They'll drink less than a mouthful of it. They won't even drink that much. And then they're like, oh, it's warm.
I literally like I'm sitting on, but I there's also, for anyone that's going to judge me, yes, I have Gatorade water with electrolytes. It's for my all right. It's for a reason.
I think so. Probably the first thing I would do is always have cash. I got cash on me. So if you can't transact business, hey, I'm going to a 7-Eleven. I'm going to grab, you know, a liter, 2-liter bottle of water, hand them cash.
How are you
Here's
going to
$10.
carry that bottle of water?
I actually have a duffel bag in my car. I would dump most of the stuff in the duffel bag out.
Is it something that you can throw like crossbody, or do you have to like hold it by the handle?
It's yeah, I could do crossbody.
Okay, because that is, dude, when you're trucking like that far, that is a huge
But now
consideration.
here's the problem. If I'm south, it is like concrete jungle. There is no shade.
Mm.
There, like I a lot of times I have an umbrella in the car. So, you know, most of the time I have an umbrella in the car. So I would grab the umbrella just to block the sun because I'm
Yeah.
gonna freaking roast.
Do you have an umbrella in the car?
Yeah, yeah.
Awesome. See, when you really think about these things, you actually probably have more than you think than you're thinking of now. And sometimes you throw your MP5 bag in the car,
Oh
so
yeah, yeah.
you could have a little
Yeah.
PDW with you too.
Yeah, depending on, you know, where the situation in the world is at the time. But yes,
And that's good because you also don't want to necessarily like open carry a rifle, but some type of EMP or something caused such a dramatic problem with the power that everything is out.
my
And
red
then
dots
when
aren't
you
going to work.
notice your red dot's not going to work, so thank goodness for those iron sights.
No. All
And
right,
then
Bob.
MP5.
Is Bob watching? Is JSD Bob out there? He just texted me.
Get an EMP proof.
Are the
red dot.
Gideon Optics EMP proof?
Of course, there's a 100% satisfaction guarantee of being EMP proof. Just kidding. Don't listen to me.
So, yeah, you know, depending on the situation, I might have the MP5 and a bunch of mags with me and a laptop bag.
And these are the considerations, like, you know, when we think about what's going in the car, you know, maybe I'll always throw the MP5 in the car or something, because that is like the smallest we can get with a long gun type of setup that is,
Plus,
even though it's a pistol caliber.
stealthy AF, you know?
Yeah. Throw it under a poncho, a jacket, throw it in your you know, your duffel bag or whatever.
Compact entry stock from Safety Harbor.
Yeah, Safety Haba. You know, the other thing too, though, is like going back to like if you're having to carry a duffel with like 20 pounds of stuff in it or more, maybe, you know what you can do? You could literally take a pocket knife and on, let's say it's like this, right? On one corner, literally dig a hole through the top and then the side of the bag. And then on the other corner, so if you did one up here, you could do one down here. On the other corner, dig a little hole through the top and the side, and then you could lash whatever. Grab some stuff from the woods, grab trash, grab shoestrings, whatever, and literally fashion like a sling you can put through it if it only has the holdy handles on it, you know? Because if you were to put something around your body and then tie it through the holdy handles, that weight would just be pulling down on you like crazy.
Yeah, that would
But
suck.
if you spread the weight out to each side, you could definitely fashion some way to carry it a little bit easier. So just a little thing.
You know what's funny? So slight parallel sidebar here. What I've always had like an idea in my head to do like a YouTube video of 3 days surviving outside. And what I was going to do, because I didn't want to make it weird, is I would camp in my backyard. I'd break camp and I would set up camp each night. But I would do like, you know, a 10-mile walk, a covert walk, you know, going down because there's all the canals and horse trails and stuff in my neighborhood. So doing a complete 3-day video evading, but like returning back to my property each night to simulate, you know, doing a 3-day walk and evading.
Dude, that actually would be a pretty good idea. We should do, if we could do like an event together, like having like bad guys and good guys and have people evading and do it over like a certain area, like that would be really freaking cool.
There's some big ass parks in Florida.
Yeah. Oh, cut the seat belts. Oh, that'd be a really good
do the rear passenger stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Yeah, no one's gonna use those anyway. Okay, so now you gotta walk. Let's call it 16 to 24 hours ish. So
I got my
so
TP. I
you
went
got to
to a
go
7-Eleven. I handed him cash and bought some water.
now. What can you do? Because you can't reach out to wifey, right? The aspect of your daughter being somewhere else, we can just leave that out. Well,
Mhm.
getting home is the most important thing. And the funny thing is, I used to carry a get home bag in my trunk every day, and then I was like, well, I don't want all that stuff to get stolen. It's like maybe it's time to reevaluate, but you need to get home as fast as possible. So what do? Buses aren't running.
Bicycle.
Bingo. I was waiting for it. I don't know if someone else in chat said it. Procure a bicycle lawfully, wink, wink, as quickly as possible. A bike, dude, you're moving at least 2 to 3x the
Yes,
speed
yeah. Oh my
of
gosh. Yeah,
walking,
you could drive you could keep up a 15 mile an hour. Yeah, you're 3x
for sure.
if
Yeah.
you're fast walking at 5.
Yeah. And with that, when you hit those downhill moments, just letting that thing roll,
Yeah, all right. So it's go into the hood, find a convenience store, pay cash, get water, and steal some kid's bike.
Yes, you're gonna be on like some Spider-Man bike, like with a Spider-Man helmet with
Pink,
like the
pink with tassels and
dude, whatever you got to do, just bend the training wheels back and just crank on it. Because I mean, you look at everything else, even a scooter, right? A scooter for
skateboard.
anyone out there that's
Skateboard.
burned skateboards, yeah, anything with
I could
wheels,
just throw my skateboard in the car.
you could do that too. Skateboards can be a little tough though. It is a crazy biking is a crazy workout. You want to talk about a crazy workout that will burn your legs up for a 16 to 24-hour hike, taking that down to an 8-hour ride on a bike, scooter, or skateboard. Dude, scooters and skateboards, if you have to go long distance on them, your legs will die. Your legs will absolutely die. It'll be so brutal. um the thing that we're going to start noticing is as you go on this journey, you want to get off the main, uh you know whether it's a highway or road or
Because
whatever.
I don't want the batter ass dude stealing my bike.
Well, not only that, but if people see you with stuff and they're sitting there like, think about this. These unprepared people are just realizing their car is dead and they're going to sit there trying to start their stuff over and over. And like AZ said, they're going to be super, unwilling to leave their car right away. And then they're going to see that their phone is dead. Then they're going to see that the, digital stuff like billboards are down and like everything is down. I got to piss real quick. Give me 1 second. You can talk to the peeps and I'll be right back.
So it's funny. I'm thinking about so if I was on 95 somewhere, I would want to get to Military Trail, but Military Trail crosses over 95. I'm just, for reference. Okay, so in Palm Beach Gardens in north, Military Trail goes north and south, and it's east of 95 until Palm Beach Gardens, and then it's west of 95. And pretty much, wow, an hour. Holy cow. Yeah, like if I drove an hour, I would be like in the Hypoluxo, Lantana, Boynton Beach area. So I would probably try to get, instead of going along I-95, I'd want to get to Military Trail and then head north on that. And let's see. And then that's Beeline Highway. Is that Beeline? It has a couple of different names. There's the Florida Turnpike. I'm trying to figure out how to get to my hood. Huh. Yeah, because there's like a diagonal that would cut over and get me closer to my hood. unless I just walk the last. How long would that be? There's probably a 10+ mile stretch of 95 that gets me diagonal close to where I want to be.
Definitely, definitely having maps is super important.
And that's what I was just figuring out, because so in my neighborhood, I-95 is like a block away from the turnpike, but then they split up. And also Military Trail is a north-south road, and it actually ends on the closest east-west road to me. But I would have to go two sides of the triangle if I don't follow 95. So I'm like, all right, I'd probably want to follow 95 for a while.
My
Yeah.
Silcock
It's funny.
key
I
is
thought of
here.
that the other day.
Yeah, but the Silcock key provides absolutely no value sitting here on my desk. But I mean, I do. Um, I would throw it in my bag, but it's funny. I have so much stuff sitting up here that like I should actually have loaded in my equipment to like use. But let me ask you this: one thing I didn't ask is, you did say that you do have your firearm, you have an extra magazine, you have a knife, and you have a flashlight. Now, even if you're out in the middle of the day, folks, it is so easy to find yourself walking under an overpass. It's dark. In the middle of the day, when the sun is at its highest, it's still dark. If you find yourself needing to cut through some type of structure or building or something like that, you walk in, lights are off, it's dark, right? So a handheld flashlight is super important, but also for me personally, having a flashlight on your firearm and a handheld, I think, is super important. But each
Ooh,
their own.
hold on.
But
Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I got it. Oh, here it is. I got to carry these with me.
the lockpicks, super important. Also, have those right here on my desk and not in my kit. But also, it's important to be careful with those because those are in some states considered burglary tools. So carrying them can literally be a charge. So be aware of that.
Now, here's an interesting tidbit. If there's commercial buildings in a utility room and the utility room has a cipher lock,
Mm-hmm.
the combination is usually the address of the building.
That may be true in some cases. Mm-hmm.
So you may be able to get into like a maintenance area on a building. There might be water, there might be a bathroom, there might be just nothing but circuit breakers.
Yeah. And it actually would be in your best interest to get water as quickly as possible if a bunch of infrastructure stuff started failing, because you don't want to see what the water is going to look like in a week with no infrastructure.
What was the movie where the guy gets caught on the highway and he walks home and he ends up with like an MP5, and what's the movie? Falling Down.
Oh, falling down. Yeah.
It's like 11:59 and he wants breakfast at McDonald's.
Yeah. Oh, that was it Whataburger or something?
Yeah, something.
Yeah. I think that was a Tech 9 actually.
Was it a Tech 9?
Yeah, I think it was a Tech 9. I forgot that did start by him getting stranded. Maybe he does eventually get an MP5, but I believe it was a Tech 9 at first. Whammy Burger, that's right. Whammy Burger. Yeah, that is a great movie. That is a great movie.
I gotta say, you gotta look at that movie and see the crap that happened.
Yeah, it is pretty crazy. So let me ask you this:
Bag
out
of guns after surviving a drive-by shooting, Tech 9, Mac 10,
right.
S&W Model 30, 870 shotgun, Taurus PT92, M72 Law rocket launcher.
That's right. He did. Yep.
Colt Mark
Michael
4.
Douglas. Yeah. Tech 8. So out of the two mags that you have, what's your total ammo count with just your gun and
Okay, so it's funny. I Yeah, actually, it's at my FFL's right now. I got to go pick it up. He's probably going to be in town tomorrow. So yeah, I've got. It's right. I've got the +3 base plate. So I've got a SIG P365, so 10+1 in the gun, and another 13 in the second mag.
Okay.
Unless I start carrying, and I don't want to touch anything, the 43X with the S15 mags, then I've got 16 and 15.
Yeah. Well, and you could rock the 20+1 on the side. So if you had the this on the backup mag, you could rock a backup with 20 and another 15, 16 in the gun. But let me ask you this though. If you had your MP5 bag,
oh fudge,
what's usually in that?
Like 6 mags.
Okay. All right. So yeah, my MP5 mag bag is the same. 6 mags, a 20 rounder in the gun. The 20 rounders are priceless for MP5s, by the way, because it's the same overall like footprint of the gun. The magazine doesn't go past the footprint of the grip, right? So whatever you're putting the gun in, you can fit it in with a 20 rounder. You know what I mean? Now my situation would kind of be similar, right? Usually I'd say like we can go through more stuff and say like, okay, now you come across this and what would you do? And with this decision making and that, but I'm just trying to give, so, and actually to point out one other thing, hey, Red Dawn, brother, good to see you, man.
Fred gave me a call today.
Frederick Donegan. It's kind of an interesting thing. Joe Morris earlier in chat said you'd be better off throwing like a 10.5-inch AR in the trunk, and a 10.5-inch AR is better than a Glock, and it's about the same price. You could even put one together for less. So that's not a bad idea, but I want you guys to think about this. The difference of having like a tiny little MP5K or something similar, a Rattler, something like that you can shove into a bag that looks totally unassuming and looks like you're not running a long gun, versus open carrying a 10.5-inch
even
AR.
my AR with a 4-inch barrel in the super short buffer system still fills the 15-inch laptop bag,
which I literally have right here at my feet. And if we were on the green place, I could actually show you guys. But yeah, I mean, the AR, I would much prefer an AR. I'd much prefer anything with a rifle, cartridge. But for that application, you can't beat the size of the MP5.
For the amount of rounds you can carry.
Yep. The amount of
with
ammo,
an MP5, the weight of the ammo, the amount of the ammo, and as far as I'm concerned, MP5 is just a go-to PDW. That is, especially with the compact entry stock. Yeah,
it is great, and you can go to certain sites to get the compact entry stock. Thanks, Walt, with Safety Haba. But if you were to open carry an AR, you're completely changing the way that you look now to anyone that you may come across. Even if it
might be beneficial.
It could be.
It's Leo's.
It could be a deterrent, or it could be a look what we can get if we schwack this guy. Right? Because if you look totally unassuming and you look like a nerd with an umbrella and a bag, somebody may come mess with you and they're going to catch a hot one not knowing it. If you're literally rocking an AR, they may schwack you early just, to avoid the interaction.
The conflict, yeah. It's like, hey, give me your laptop. It's like, okay, you can have it.
My vehicle guns live in the vehicle until they deploy. I carry 3 30-round PMag loadouts. Yeah, I think that's super important, and that's why I always, rock the loaded PMags in the car. And now that I got this chest rig, this little tiny guy right here, I can carry it as a bag, I can carry it as a crossbody, or I can carry it as a chest rig. This carries 3 PMags, 4 pistol mags. I can actually fit more in there, but at least 4 pistol mags, full medical, 5 by 5.5 by 7.5 piece of, or no, 5 by 11, whatever, a chunk of level 3A armor and a whole buttload of medical, and it's like the size of a little lunchbox. I mean, it's super small. So this is super. This is the Victos low vis chest rig. It's like $94. Highly recommend that. But I feel like open carrying an AR before we know what's going on, and before we know that the shenanigans has hit the fan again, when it may just be shenanigans. You know what I mean? I think that's a little kind of putting a spotlight on yourself before you know that the SH has TF, you know, or the S has HTF. So that's all I'm saying. Is it a bad thing? No. Could you just throw a rifle bag on your back? Yeah, but if people can identify what it is, you know, then you're going to be banking on your handgun. My point is, for all of this, is that it is way more likely that we're going to be counting on our handgun, whatever backups we have to our handgun, either a secondary handgun or a backup magazine, and then of course your knife or knives, and then your handheld light and your OC spray or whatever. You could potentially be coming across dogs. You could potentially be coming across people. You could come across, you know, people that are freaking out, that are like, the power's out, phones are not working, everything is down, all the billboards, all 95 are down, because those are all digital now, right?
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah, like clearly something is going really bad. I need to get home as quickly as possible. So procuring a bike, procuring a scooter, procuring a skateboard, or throwing something like that, dude, I don't care. I'll put a fold up razor in my trunk, a little razor scooter in my trunk, if I got to, right? Like I'll do whatever I need. But
dude, I'm looking at the map for the railroad tracks, and it's like, so there's a freight line and then there's a passenger line, and I'm like, because the railroad tracks are typically shady. They're going through areas with trees.
So you're saying that you'd rather walk down the railroad tracks than the main area?
I'm thinking most people would be walking on the tracks.
Is it parallel to like woods, or is there anything else there?
Yeah,
So
there's a roadway. So here's, I would be walking like two sides of a triangle to get back to where I am, because to get back, actually, no, wait. Holy cow. All right, this is messed up.
Hey, drop it like it's Scott. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that.
Hey, Scott.
Says, hey guys, just wanted to drop in before I fall asleep and say I appreciate you both. Well, we appreciate you, my friend, and make sure you guys subscribe to Drop It Like It's Scott. Really good gun channel. Great guy. Show him some love. And yeah, 10.5. So TMC says a 10.5-inch AR broken in two fits in most large laptop bags, or, you know, backpacks, things like that. Did it for years before folders were a thing. And Joe says I can break down my Banshee into a laptop bag as well. Yep, for sure. It's just a consideration. Like, I would love to be able to have a gun like the Rattler or like the CMMG 6.5-inch that Josh with Black Diamond Guns Gear was showing, because that is fully usable. You don't have to punch pins or anything like that. But either way, you could count on your primary. At that point, your pistol is your primary, so you can count on that. And if you gotta, you know, rip the bag off you and throw your gun together, you can, you know, take cover and concealment real quick, and then just, you know, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But for me, it would be almost identical depending on exactly where I'm at. Like if I were like near DC, the amount of woods coverage I have to get back home, and where like I know the way, would just be insane. The only issue is that one of the areas, and this could be a consideration as well. One of the issues I would run into is that to have wooded coverage most of the way back home, you know what I would have to do? I would come to a point where I come up to airport land, and the only way to get into that land is through the fence, and it is not a climbing fence. Could you climb it? Of course. I would much rather get some of those. So of course, you could use bolt cutters, but I'm probably not rolling around with bolt cutters. But
Plus,
you
you
know what
wouldn't
I
want to
do
carry the
have?
weight.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to carry the weight. But you know what I do have that is small, and I could throw in a pack. Those shears for cutting steel. They're like the little clamp things that I think they're called steel shears or something like that. It's used for cutting
Sheet metal.
Yeah, sheet metal.
Yeah, I don't know if you're going to get through chain link with that.
You don't think so? It's like the 35-pound one or whatever it
Yeah,
is.
you need like mechanical advantage to get through that.
Yeah, 10 snips. That's what they are. Do you guys think that I could get through case hardened chain link with
I don't
they're
think
like
so.
the heaviest 10 snips that Home Depot had to offer. I think they're like 35 pounds, something like that.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking no.
No, depends on the leverage and time. Oh, the M9 bayonet has shears. Yeah, that's true. There are a lot of what's it called? The barbed wire cutters on bayonets.
Yeah, but that's barbed wire, not chain link.
Yeah, chain links they're like galvanized or hardened or whatever. I forgot what they do to them, but they're pretty damn hard. I mean, even when you're snipping it with bolt cutters, you can feel the not that I've done that or anything. I'm just saying, you can cut through a fence with bolt cutters, but either way, I'm gonna have to get around razor wire. So maybe I just use the 10 snips to snip the razor wire out of the way. Oh man, but then it's gonna fly around and be whipping
You
razors. all
break
over the
into a
place.
car and you steal the mats and throw it over the razor wire.
Yeah, that's why I would have to.
So
Guys,
here, a couple
we're
of additional things about going home. Following
hold
the
on.
railroad
Let me
track.
just sorry. I just for people that are maybe just coming in, what we're talking about is a completely made up situation. We are not saying that anyone should break into anything and steal anything. We're just saying that in the event, in this totally made up mythological fake event, we're saying that in a world if law did not exist, that is the only time that would be for survival. That would be an option. I'm sorry, Rich. Please go ahead.
All right, so the train tracks, I just realized two additional things. So train tracks are like a really good thing to know where they are.
For sure.
Also, so there are fire roads and there are a bunch of canals, and like if you had a four-wheel drive truck, you could do it,
What
or
do you mean
you
fire
know, and
roads? What do you mean by that?
roads that go through the woods, where basically it's just a dirt road through the woods, like
Okay.
a fire break. So it cuts these trees from those trees.
Okay, gotcha. I didn't know that people called that.
So yeah, I'm modifying my plan here. I'm like, I could go down the railroad tracks. Once I get at this one canal, I would follow the canal, and there's a certain way, there's a bridge in a certain spot. So if I didn't want to swim across it or whatever, risk the alligators.
That's right. You got gators. You got a whole nother
Oh
situation.
yeah, there's everything trying to kill me out here.
Yeah. And one thing that's the death of many men is on your left hand. So Lightning McQueen says, Dykes work for that. Just look for pink hair. Nipex side cutters will cut anything. Yeah. Man, I really kind of want to see if those the sheet metal snips would work for chain links. It would probably be a buttload of pressure though. So okay, so I don't have railroad tracks where I'm at, right? But you see how kind of going through this makes you think about stuff like that, right? About the local geography, about what you should and should keep with you, about how having food with you is crazy important. I just with the food that I have with me when me and my daughter are together would easily be 3 days of sustainment. and both of us have methods of capturing water, whatever you want to call that. My dog wouldn't do so well because he'd be back home in the crate, and well, I guess if we get home within a day, it would be okay. If I'm with my daughter, that's a whole other thing. Man, that yeah, I didn't even think of that. I mean, I'm basically going to be doing a piggyback the whole way back. That's going to crush my back.
All right, I'm probably giving away too much information, but
Probably.
a road by me is in 3 different sections. They're not connected,
Yeah, I got that here.
and they're all the same name. It's not like center, east, west, or it's
The same literal name,
same literal name. I was
some
like,
in different directions.
oh no, these are all east and west, but you
Yeah.
wanted-
When we get together in a week and some change, just on a quick drive, I'm going to take, you will not believe it. It is insane. Yeah, so Gene Hackman doggy. Oh, come on.
oh man.
Yeah, so I mean, for me, I'm gonna have probably. I carry my shadow systems or similar setup with 20 rounds in it, and then secondary magazine usually with 17 rounds in it. And right now, currently, like what I have on me right now is the 43X with 21, and then a backup mag of 15. I got my knife, and I don't have a secondary knife on me right now. I got my handheld goon beam and my OC spray. If I was going out to the car, I would bring my MP5 bag, and the new MP5 bag that I'm using actually holds 4 magazines, not 6, and a little bit of armor. So, I got that. Man, I really would like to. I think I just need to find a way to get a Rattler, because the Rattler, if I got it in, but that wouldn't be in 5.56. So I'd have to make a decision on what I'm bringing with me from ammo, magazines, and all that from the car. I always have a little bag of food in the car, and I got ammo in the car, which I'm going to have to abandon. And I have medical, which I could throw in a bag. I have an empty backpack in the car that I can always throw stuff in. So I'd probably grab the chest rig, which I could throw on my chest or throw it on as a crossbody. That gives me 3 P mags, 4 Glock mags, and then I have my other sack that has another Glock, and then I have another Glock mag, and then more medical. And then, I mean, I could take a couple other Glock bags from the back trunk area where I keep my other magazines or loose ammo, but I probably don't want to add that much weight on, because I got 4 Glock mags in the little chest rig thing. I got a Glock mag on me and a backup Glock mag on me, and then another Glock in the bag. Yeah, so I probably won't grab any more Glock mags. More than enough. And then the MP5 bag of the MP5 with the 20 rounder and 4 30 rounders. So I'd be carrying, dude. So I'd be carrying the chest rig on my chest. I'd be carrying the other bag crossbody on one side, and then the MP5 crossbody on the other side. I'm going to be totally weighed down, dude. I may actually take out the MP5 and open carry it, even though I was saying like it would make you a target and stuff like that. I could put it under a jacket. Right now it's still cold out here, so I could put that under a jacket, but it would be either that or carrying a chest rig, and then one bag crossbody floating on this side and one bag crossbody floating on this side, and I'm just going to look like a damn fool. So I mean it's too much weight. It's not too much weight. I can move with it. That would actually be less weight than like my gun belt and plate carrier, so I don't have a problem moving like that. But I don't think I would want to leave all that stuff behind. I certainly don't want to leave my MP5 behind. I would just have to find a way to get through. I wouldn't be able to go the whole way with wooded coverage, because I'm going to come to an airport, and I could probably work my way over the razor wire, but I would have to do it again on the other side. So I'd probably have half of the coverage of the wooded area, and then I'd have to bounce off of that path and then go around through a highway, which is probably filled with people that have been sitting there for 8 to 12 hours at that point, pissed off, scared, hungry. Their cars are dead, their phones are dead, they're everything, they're going to be freaking the heck out. And then I have another probably 8 hours ahead of me, if not more. But yeah, the first thing to do would be procure a bike. And I would definitely prefer a bike over like a scooter or skateboard, because if you had to clear over grass, or if you had to go through like backwood trails or dirt road, the bike is going to be able to handle it. Definitely not DLD After Dark. You should look into polymer hybrid ammonia to cut weight. Dark, could you add something into one of your knives to cut the chain link fence? No, that stuff isn't going to be able to cut through it. I mean, even cutting barbed wire with a barbed wire cutter on a bayonet, barbed wire is not nearly as tight as as hard as chain link fence. Chain link fence it has like that galvanized stuff on it. It's tough. It's super tough. I think that's why we always see in movies that all of them always
Cutters.
use bolt cutters. Yeah, but I mean, it would be cool to see if you can get through it with those tin snip shears or whatever. That's I'm not opposed to that. Throwing a rifle in the trunk is something that I do on occasion, but I don't really want to open carry a rifle. I feel like that's just kind of shining a light on me that I don't want. I think I would rather honestly just rock the hidden MP5, but it's easy enough I have my bag set up to where I could literally just grab a zipper, yank that thing down, grab it, whip out the stock, and just go to work with it. And I got that binary trigger in that motherfucker, which actually, guess what?
Binary trigger in MP5.
The binary trigger started working again.
What?
So
Did
now
you,
I don't
clean it, lube it, what?
Didn't do anything to it. It just started working. It's weird. I don't trust it now. And I mean, that's like a $799 trigger. So I'm not gonna just forget about it.
You need a Huffman Tactical Super Safety and AR-15 LPK for that thing.
Then I'd have to get the MP5 lower that
You'd
takes.
have to print the lower.
No, they sell aluminum MP5 lowers.
Oh yeah.
I would much rather have an aluminum lower that takes the super set. But I think there might be a way for me to take the AR MP5 lower and throw the FRT in that thing, and then the sear trip in it, if I were to make it super safe. Because then I would just run the
Vulcan Rumble. I don't know if you've seen this. Who here?
Yes. Ooh, the 6.5-inch 12 gauge I got. Boom.
Yeah. That's a good idea. Who here watches some really stupid stuff on YouTube? Now I'm guessing we've all, but for a while it was coming into my feed where people were going along abandoned railroads and they were building cars to run on the railroad with 5 horsepower lawnmower engines and seeing how far they could go. It would be like a 100-pound car. They could pick it up and move it, or maybe less than 100 pounds. It was basically the equivalent of a go-kart, but it had railway wheels on it, small ones.
Yeah, I'm not hip.
But all right, so I've watched this a couple of times. I don't know why it's not in my feed anymore, but some guy was exploring out in, I don't know, New Mexico, abandoned railways, and he was riding one of these cars around. So
Dude, you should see if you can get on the railroad and procure one of those old
That's
pump things.
yeah, that's what Vulcan Rumble was saying. You got to get one of the hand pump cars.
Oh, is that what he said?
Yes, yes,
No way. I didn't even see that.
yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah. Rich, you need a hand car. Pump your way home. Dude, unless you come up to a train. If you I mean, they can't still make those, the hand pump cars. I mean, everything has got to be like digital and, you know, remotely controlled and whatever.
When was the last time you seen one of those?
A pump jack in
A pump
in
car.
a show.
I'm thinking it was what's the what
Hell on Wheels
Blazing
was
Saddles.
the last time I saw. Hell on Wheels was the last time I saw. Which, by the way, whoever it was that recommended that I watch the show Landman, yo, great recommendation. I watched the first season like that. Like that was good. That was good. And I don't know why, but I just enjoyed watching Billy Bong Thornton. I mean, that was just that was cool. And he's such like the a-hole that you expect him to be. He is literally Bad Santa in Landman.
Oh yeah,
It was
yeah.
it
I
was good.
love Bad Santa.
Yeah, if you like that, you would enjoy Landman. It's a good series. It's dope. Frag out, brother. Good to see you. 99% of them scrapped.
Oh wow, they got brakes on hand cars and everything.
Same for steam engines. Dang.
This looks like somebody designed and built a modern version of a hand car.
The SLP, Joe, are you talking about the FN SLP, the like 10 round 12 gauge? It's like 9+1 or 8+1 or something like that. That thing is nasty. Dude, shotguns are just the best, most versatile firearms out there, man. You can't go wrong. Do you know they took every single law enforcement agency when you look at the DOJ numbers or whatever when they're doing statistics, they took every single law enforcement agency in the country, in the United States, and they took an average of how many shots it took to end an encounter, a law enforcement encounter. The 12 gauge shot average, guess how many? No. One 12 gauge shot to end an encounter. Dude, I mean, 9 pellet buck, 12 gauge slug, that stuff does not play. It is not forgiving. The energy is just insane. Yeah, it was like 1 point something, but way closer to 1 than 2. 1 with a shotgun. Yeah, you called it. Joe Q, man, you know everything. That's crazy. 12 gauge devastation is universal. That's correct. I was in the band at the Astrodome. I could never see myself. I got to get out of here, guys. Really good stream for the thought for sure. BB Luminous, really happy for you, man. Thanks, everyone. See you on the next one. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, we're gonna watch. We're gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. I thought it was an interesting thing to think about like what do you have with you, and it's never gonna hurt you to have something. The only thing where like there could be an element of like a downside is if something gets taken from you, something gets stolen from your vehicle. I'm just saying all of these
I'm
things
thinking
are considerations.
cheap-ish, an umbrella for down here just to keep the freaking heat off you.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, from the standpoint of like firearms, ammo, mags, food, stuff like that. I mean, dude, look, just me putting the ammo and the loaded mags and all that in the trunk, like if someone popped that trunk open, you get a 500 to 1,000 rounds of 5.56, 500 to 1,000 rounds of 9mm, an ammo can filled with loaded Glock mags. You cannot fit one more in there. It's loaded, literally loaded. And then another one filled with loaded P mags. But I did it knowing that, like, all right, if I put this in the car and it lives there, I may lose it. It may get
Use a
stolen.
trunk monkey and go.
Use a trunk monkey and go. Carry some breaching slugs and beanbag rounds for 12 gauge. I do have some beanbag rounds. Those
that's when you want a KSG. You have one tube with buck, you have one tube with slugs, you have one tube with beanbags.
I'll just run it dry, bung, 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 and then open the breech and then load in to dump, 6 lethal rounds to be able to shoot one non-lethal round. No, I mean, my dad was my dad just never really wanted to like take anyone's life, so he got like 12 gauge rubber baton rounds. He got 12 gauge blanks. He got 12 gauge. He's like, you know what, maybe what I'll do is I'll load the first one like a blank, and then the next one a baton round, and then the next one like all
So
lethal.
here's something I'm
like-
terrified of is if she's listening to a radio program like Glenn Beck, Dan Bongino, whoever, Mark Levin, and they say to do something, like if they said run to the nearest bridge and jump off, she'd be knocking people over to get to the top of the bridge.
Yeah.
So Dan Bongino's hawking the Burna launcher. And I'm like, I don't want
Bad
to
move.
have a non-lethal thing that looks gun-like.
Well, the burner doesn't look gun-like, but it is a bad idea. I mean, it's gunnish, but it's a big orange paintball-looking thing. I mean, dude, the only thing at all that I'm willing to carry that is less lethal is this. That is it. And it's carried in the same orientation, so where every single time I can take it out and hose someone down if God forbid I need to. But I mean, it's gonna have to be a tremendous amount of convincing for me to draw that. If it's even like a I may need my gun,
So-
I'm not touching that OC spray.
I grew up in a good neighborhood, and I'm not saying a wealthy day. I'm saying it was safe, it was secure.
Vulcan's saying it looks like a gun. I thought they were orange.
Yeah, they're orange, but still, it's
It's gun
gun-shaped.
shaped. Yeah.
So
I thought he
there,
had a Cerakoted Desert Eagle.
right. So there was a bowling alley behind town hall in Islip, and this one lady, a very matronly lady, she would walk home at night, and she's like, well, she's got like a sock with pennies and a this, and it's like, lady, you got nothing to worry about.
Yeah. Red Dawn said, I think I would take Dark's mini shotgun with me instead of the rifle anytime. Easy to carry and mentally devastating. Binary or FRT also mentally would stop a few people and physically stop them. Yeah, that's for sure. Also, way more important to carry water. Yep. Yeah, we hit that in the beginning. I think you missed that, Red Dawn. Then food, you're going to go a long time without food. You must have water. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, the ability to capture water is super important, and that's something that you could take some type of like 32-ounce thing, clean it, let it dry out, then once it's completely dry, just close it up, throw it in your trunk. Don't even like think about it again until, God forbid, the moment that you need it. Oof. Get a 27 cal powder coated powder actuated nail gun. Yeah. I don't know if you could like tape the safety back on that thing and just chung, 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 chung. Yeah, I don't know. I'm probably, hey, Curb Creeper, good to see you, man. If my thing is making noise, bad guy ain't gonna be. Just saying. Yeah. I mean, I think I couldn't imagine the type of person that would choose to carry something like the Burna over a firearm.
Well, and so my wife is going nuts. Skylar's living in Manhattan. She needs a Bernal. I'm like, oh,
She
please.
can't. She can't. You're not allowed to have that in New York.
Well, Glenn Beck says it's legal everywhere.
Legal to own, for sure. If you're going to carry that in New York, you have to carry it completely exposed. And I don't even know if you can. Somebody in New York, I know we got a few folks in New York. Tell me if I'm wrong. If I am wrong, I'm happy for that. The OC spray, they say that this is 50 state legal, but technically DC was a no-go on this until I learned that if you pull the cap off, it has all the writing and stuff underneath, which that's a weird thing. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe get her some Palm OC. Actually, you know what? This pink one that I've only been carrying for a few weeks, I'll literally send it to her. I mean, they're only $20, but I have another gray one that I was going to switch to anyway, which she could carry the pink one. The thing about OC spray, though, is that people say it takes a second to work. You need to prepare yourself for 15 to 30 seconds of it not working, which means you may need to hose somebody down and then fight with them for 15 to 30 seconds while getting OC all over you, which is a serious thing. Like, you got to hose them down and create a lot of distance, which there's not really like a rules of engagement with OC spray, especially with women. They could be like, I felt threatened, you know. You don't need to, dude. There's been times where I was like, you know what, these kids may get OC sprayed today. You know, dogs, you could hit dogs with OC spray, man, that'll change a dog's mind quick. But with animals, which OC spray is not a bad thing to have for animals, you got to hit them with a direct hit, and it takes a second. It needs to dry a little, and then let the air hit it, and then get inside all up in your mucous membranes and all that to make the boogers and saliva and all that. Like, it's not something that's like a magic button. I just think it's an important tool to keep on you if a situation needs to be stopped, but a threat. They're not a threat yet. They're reaching they may be a potential threat. You know, I'd rather hose them down than have to blow them down. You know, I'm just saying. Anyway, let's go ahead and wrap it up here. Rich, go ahead and remind everyone who you are, what you do, and where they can find you.
Wow, we didn't do that. So flyingrich.com is where you can find all of my social media. I'm Flying Rich on YouTube, Flying Rich Firearms on YouTube, and Flying Rich _official on the grams.
Nice. Oh, hey, and Saber pepper spray is legal in New York. Nice.
10% off using Flying Rich. Code Flying Rich on checkout at Fort Scott.
Nice. That's awesome. Oh, hang on. David says, look, I have a Byrna. I looked up all the places to legally carry. You can't carry a Byrna in New York, Chicago, LA. I'm good because I'm in Arizona. My Byrna looks like a 9. Dang. Yeah, I didn't know. I guess I have seen black ones too. Yeah, I mean, everyone's situation is different too, right? Like, if I had an F on my record, then I would literally carry a black powder revolver. Like, whatevs.
Not a gun.
Know? Not a gun. Not a gun. But then you also gotta service it. You can't just like roll with it in your sweaty draws for a few weeks and expect it to still work. And you know,
a little bit of wax, you're okay.
Yeah, a little beeswax up in there, you know. Anyway, yeah, make sure you show love to Rich, Flying Rich Firearms, and all that. If you're still here 3 hours in, chances are you already follow Rich. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna do all these packages because you know that's what I'd be doing now. Please
cut the cheese.
You cut more cheese. Please do me a favor and pray for the immaculate healing of my arm, because
it's a big deal. I finally, you know, I've been working out again because I had like I couldn't move my arms without pain.
Yeah, that's rough.
Like front wise, I could do whatever, but as like when I started reaching, it still hurts a little. But it was like I was talking to Dark today. Like if I reached to the back seat, you know, from the driver's seat in the back to pet the dog, I'd tear up.
Yeah, it's brutal, man. I like right now with hey David, thank you, brother. I appreciate you so much, man. Thank you for the super chat, man. If there was a message with that, let me know. Feel free, and I'll make sure you get your voice is heard. Thank you, man. Appreciate that a lot. And by the way, I don't know if I shared this, the Cash App thing is up there, and any Cash App, super chats, and all that are going to go to the Ruger RXM. It's that way, whatever way it is, because I think I'm reversed. So basically, I'm saving up for a Ruger RXM. And I think we now have like $22, $24, something like that. So We're getting a little closer to the Ruger RXM. Once I get the Ruger RXM and my right arm gets better, I want to push it to the limit to see, like, from a longevity standpoint, how far it can go without turning into a piece of crap. So I'm super curious about that. But there is one in my local shop for $3.99. So I kind of want to grab it, but I kind of want to get it and then bust all the parts out of it and put like all OEM Glock parts on it. You know, but I also should push it to the limit, like with how it is from the factory, you know. So yeah, trying to raise some money for the Ruger RXM. Don't go out of your way for it. I'm just saying it's just a thing that I'm going to eventually try to do. Anyway, guys, look, right now, despite the things that are going on politically, we need to remember that we are still in a culture war. Right now is the best time for you to take the time to get right with your family and get right with God. If anyone out there is curious about what that means and what that looks like to, you know, quote, get right with God, feel free to hit me up, hit Rich up, hit Red Dawn up, hit, you know, Black Diamond Josh up. All of us are happy to talk to you because Jesus Christ loves you. And yeah, we're happy to talk to you guys about that. And also, man, because we're in the middle of a culture war, it's important that you become a culture warrior and be an advocate of who we truly are. Like who you know, the people of opposing beliefs think we are is just insane. So we need to teach them that we're good, kind people that just happen to have the skill of being able to put someone's insides outside in less than 2 seconds if we need to. So yeah, as a man, as a spiritual leader of your family, you know, be the leader of your household, be the leader, a leader in your community, be a leader within your church, and make sure that you do so by holding yourself to higher standards and expectations. And some of the rules I like to share with you guys to make sure you're holding yourselves up to higher standards and expectations are: rule number 1 is to be kind. It's so important that we're kind in everything that we do. That brief interaction that you have with somebody else could have a massive impact on their life. So just be kind. Rule number 2 is to live a life of care, compassion, contribution, give to others. When you bless others, you become blessed, because a hand that's open to give is open to receive. And rule number 3, because we know the only way for us to defeat evil is with good men skilled in violence, make sure that you're becoming as highly skilled in violence as you possibly can be, and be safe, be dangerous, and keep that thing on you. But like, seriously, keep it on you, like all day, every day, in the house, outside the house, walking to the mailbox, walking the dog. It doesn't matter. That split second that you need it. Dude, I watched a video of a garbage man getting robbed in Chicago, Illinois. 2 dudes rolled up on him. One dude went, kind of circled around him and went to go grab him. The other dude grabbed, you know, pulled the gun on him. The dude swatted the gun out of the way, drew his gun, busted the dude in front of him in the neck, turned the gun around and shot the dude behind him in the noggin and got away. And I was like, yo, what? Saw another video. Actually, I mean, seriously, he has seen every John Wick movie, bro. I know, good.
I wouldn't want to pop right by my ear like that.
He will never hear right again for the rest of his life, but he'll have the rest of his life to remember it by.
But I mean, I did some training where it's like, hey, shoot under your arm.
Sure. He didn't. He shot the guy in the noggin. I'm just saying, it's the video is on active self-protection. Go check it out. It is insane. Who robs a sanitation worker? Come on. But then
I got to tell you, so I did this training a while back. We're talking about, you know, somebody coming at you and holding a gun at them. And it's like, if they keep coming, point down to their dick. Because they might not worry, but you like make it real in their brain that you're going to shoot their dick off.
Dude, sternums all day. I'm taking sternums, you know, like Indians used to take scalps. I'm taking sternums. Dude, the other video I saw was a guy that was actually living in LA, and thank God for Bruin, because guess what? Because of Bruin, that garbage man could carry a gun in Chicago, Illinois. Because of Bruin, this other guy that was leaving his house in LA, dude was leaving his house and he was carrying a gun lawfully. and he got rushed by two guys at the front. They hopped his fence. He had a privacy fence. They rushed him as he was walking out of the door. So you know what he did? They both had guns in their hand. He drew on them and he blasted both of those fools.
Whoa!
In like super fast. Dude, our draw times are so important. Make sure that if you are carrying a gun, that you can get it out on target with a shot with an alpha in less than 1.5 seconds. You can get better if you choose to. Make sure you can do a bill drill in under 2 seconds, and make sure you can do a bill drill with a rifle in under 2 seconds. Shot to first draw from both or from all patrol, low ready and high ready. Get good with your stuff. Your skills are so much more important than your equipment. It's not the arrow, it's the Indian. Work on yourselves. We also need to make sure that we're getting healthier and stuff like that, and make sure that your physical fitness is improving. I'm working on improving mine. I'm not the beacon of health, but I'm getting better. I'm getting lighter, and I'm getting older. So I need to continue getting better and lighter. And follow all the boys. Follow, everyone that came on the show tonight. Follow John Crumb, but also support the companies that support us. Support Goonbeam, support Gideon. If you want to support the channel, you can do so. You can also shop at DLD Hardware and Definition Knives, because we have the best knives that money can buy, because we all know that money can't buy knives. I love y'all. God bless y'all. Jesus Christ loves you. He's already reached out to you. He's just waiting for you to respond.
Yep.
He actually texts me frequently. I was just reading through his text earlier today. So I love y'all. Peace.